And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dungeon Nytes. This week we have another wonderful one-shot brought to you by Geigen. Thank you, Geigen. He's busy.
You are welcome.
There we go. Last time we had a one-shot with Geigen, he took us to a village of mists where we were introduced to 4 wonderful adventurers, Karuti, Myrros, Hope, and Phaelor, who had to track down a nobleman's daughter who had been essentially either abducted or gone willingly, we're still not quite sure, to be a sacrifice to resurrect, what is it, the god, the King in Yellow, right?
Yep, the King in Yellow.
The King in Yellow. It's been some time since the conclusion of that event where they rescued that maiden and kind of took the spell off of the Village of Mist, so it was once again accessible to the outside world full time, and had rallied a whole bunch of mages and other folk to help in that effort. Today, we pick up a little time after. And whenever Geigen is ready,
you guys will find yourselves at your normal tavern where you originally met up. You guys have seemed to have been meeting up here every now and then since your adventures to talk. Phaelor, you've sometimes been getting them to help you with like small little cases here and there. Nice little way for them to make a little extra money. And currently you happen to find yourselves there one evening, drinking, eating. You recently all got paid by the Lord after saving his daughter. He had Dietrich come and give you guys the money, and Dietrich has just recently left the tavern, leaving you 4 behind. The tavern's fairly busy currently. Fairly decently loud. People are making somewhat of a ruckus. Luckily, there's no bar fights. There's no one being thrown through windows, not like the Salty Dog. This one seems to be a little more for your normal clientele. But it's a nice little place where you guys can meet and talk.
Despite it being for a normal clientele.
Yes, despite it being for normal clientele. And while you guys are sitting there, you guys are talking amongst yourselves. There are a couple cases that have come up on your desk, Phaelor, that you could possibly take. One happens to be to, again, find someone that's been missing. There's apparently been a guard that has disappeared from his watch, and the city would like you to look into it. Or there's also a case of a husband who is looking for his wife who has mysteriously disappeared.
no, not again.
What is wrong with this city? Everyone wants to leave.
I know, these women running away. It's like Runaway Bride all over again. Anyway, hello, friends. It's all right if I call you friends. We've worked together on quite a few cases now, and I've come to certainly appreciate your company. Obviously, you keep meeting up with me for drinks, so, you know.
Well, I mean, if you keep paying for drinks, I'll keep showing up to meet you for drinks. It's not that hard.
Oh, I see. Using me for my money. Well, it's not as bad as other people have used me for other things in the past. Anyway, so I have a couple cases that we have the ability to take on. We have, once again, a missing damsel. A poor husband has had a wife that's gone missing. Seems a little on the nose. Reminiscent of our first adventure together. And then we also have one where there's a missing god, which is a little bit more close to the vest.
A missing god? God who went missing?
Yes, god, yes. You know, god, sentry.
Oh,
Probably quite
guard.
familiar.
Oh, he's trying to say, guys, he's trying to say guard. Okay.
He's
Okay.
trying all
That's
right.
what I said.
Don't hurt yourself,
Fine.
Phaelor.
Hold
We
on.
got you.
Guard. Is that better?
There we much
There we go. That was a
better.
nice roll of the
Oh,
R.
you know, I might have to buy you a drink sometime just for the effort.
No, I don't appreciate that.
I thought we agreed all the drinks were on Phaelor.
Just one. Just one drink.
First one's on
They
the
are.
house. First one's on the house, Myrros. I mean, come now. Anyone else been
The
doing
real
anything
question
exciting?
is,
Hmm?
which of these are going to pay better?
Ooh.
It is a good question. I'd have to go back and look at the cases. I don't have them rightly here with me.
Well, whose wife is it? Maybe that'll tell us. Because if it's some
That's-
farmer's wife, no money. But if it's like the mayor's wife, like maybe.
I don't believe it was the mayor's wife, but memory.
It was the wife of the bread maker.
Ugh. I'm gonna say we should probably find the guard then.
I don't know.
City
They
will
could,
probably have more money.
they could both be dead. We don't know.
What if they ran away together?
That is a possibility that I had not previously considered, Hope. What if they ran
Double
away
the
together?
money?
Yeah, can we get paid for both?
I mean,
I
two
think
for
so.
We
one.
solved both cases.
Is both an option? Could we just like go find both of them at the same time?
Well, they are both cases that are on my desk, so of course we can do both. I'm just asking if there's one we should start with over the other.
Guard, money where? Much more than a person making. They're not gonna have money.
I mean, look, it's the baker's
buys
wife. Are
bread?
you not
A
at all
baker?
interested in some fine sweets and other warmed baked goods?
Nah.
Do they make meat?
I mean, I do believe there is a meat pie at the bakery shop.
I prefer
Venison jerky
things-
is pretty much all I need to live off of.
I prefer cold things.
Rabbit stew is good though too.
All right, well, if that's what's going to motivate us, we might as well go and check out the missing guard. Guard.
All right, tosses the coin to Phaelor.
Thank you.
And as you guys are having this discussion, you just happen to see a strange portal opens up within the tavern. It starts to shimmer, and then it slowly begins to disappear. And as it disappears, there's this old, wizened, robed man who starts to step away from it.
Any of you know any wizards?
What color are his robes? Because if they're yellow, I'm like,
No, his robes happen to be a reddish color. They have gold inlay along them, and he's wearing what looks to be like a black cloak. And as he comes in, he starts looking around, and you can hear him as he's going around. He's asking random people. He walks up to him. Oh, yes, what are you? Any of you the Fists of Fandolin? Oh, Fists of Fandolin? No. Oh, they're not here. Oh. Well, how about any of you brave adventurers around here? And then at that, he turns and he notices your group. Oh, you're that Phaelor boy. I've heard about you. Phaelor, right? Yes, Phaelor. You're an investigator.
And then Phaelor's going to kind of stand up and kind of fix his clothes. Yes, it is me. I am Inspector Phaelor.
Junior.
Inspector Phaelor, yes. Can I help you?
Oh, yes. I seem to be... Oh, sorry. It takes a lot out of me to be doing my magic. You can call me Stenkor Skybend. I'm a teacher at a... we'll call it an academy. I've been looking for... Well, I was looking for the Fists of Fandolin, but obviously they're not here. This must be the wrong time and place.
Ostensibly, you'd find them in Fandolin.
You would assume
This isn't
so.
Fandolin.
what a good idea.
No.
Oh, where am I then?
We're in some unnamed pub drinking.
What city am I in?
I do believe you're in Waterdeep, chap.
Oh, I didn't go as far as I thought I did. What
Fendolin's a
year
bit
is
further
it?
north.
Let me ask you this. You've been to the village of the Mist, right?
Aye.
Unfortunately.
Okay, so you've done that. Have you met the great... No, you probably haven't met the Green Dragon yet. You haven't
Wait a
done
minute,
that one
wait a
yet.
minute, wait a
Dragons?
minute. Are you okay? So it's Skybender? Can I call you Mr. Skybender?
It's Sky Bend. No, I'm not a bender. I'm Sky Bend.
Skybend?
I haven't been bending over for a long time, though. I'm too old for that.
I feel like you might be some other kind
So
of
are you
bender,
from the
but sure.
future?
Well, no. I'm not from no future. Don't worry about it. But anyways, I'm a teacher. I'm at a certain academy, and I think you guys would actually be perfect for this. See, there's something dubious and scary happening at my academy, and I need someone to do some investigating.
Well, investigating is what I do, but I'm afraid you will have to follow the proper procedure and request an investigation.
Give us gold.
No. Don't have to worry about all that. Just tell us how much the job pays and you want us, you want us to kill somebody, you want us to find somebody, like.
Well, hopefully there
No.
won't be any killing go wrong in the academy. It's full of a bunch of students.
Well,
But if it comes
just
to that, you can always do
raiders
it.
or something.
Oh no, we're not being raided. No, none of that. Well, there seems to be like a secret cult or society or something working. But have you heard of that story recently? There's been tale of there was an adventuring school. Where was that? Neverwinter, I believe. Maybe not. I think it was Neverwinter, and they had a whole class just disappear. They were going through a portal and they disappeared. It's very strange. Well, we've had rumors happening at our place that they're going to be doing that. We're going to be holding a grand spectacle, and there's stories and rumors that someone's going to sabotage us.
Sabotage. Huh. The
So
students.
you need us to do what exactly?
Well, I need you to
How
come
much
investigate. Well, we'll get to that. Don't worry. Just hold your horses, little horny one. We are going to be doing this grand showcase. And we need you to investigate so no one, sabotages it. This is a very big chance for our school. We're in competition with the Neverwinter Guild of College of, Adventurers. We teach adventurers ourselves. And if you'll do this job for us, if you do this job, we will give you, I forgot how much. Hold on. And he pulls out a book, starts looking.
You have it
What if
written in
this is
a book.
competition?
Don't
Can you
mention
imagine a whole
Barovia.
class disappearing? What a group of idiots. Am I right? Who would just...
I mean,
That's absurd.
Only the most incompetent and ridiculous set of students could possibly have gotten the whole class disappeared.
Right?
yeah, I think it's best to reserve judgment until we know what happens, especially if there's nefarious things afoot.
You just said the word reserved, and that does not fit in my whole vocabulary. So, I mean, rushing into action, impulsiveness, maybe, but reserved, I mean, that seems kind of more like a you thing.
All right, let me put it to you a different way. Perhaps it was not the failures of the class itself. It is someone that we need to go stabby to. That has done
Okay,
something
I
wrong
like a
to
stabby
them.
stabby.
You have my attention now.
Mm.
And
There
this
we go.
sounds way more fun than looking for some runaway bride or some guard that, got lost in the woods.
Doesn't sound like much opportunity for stabby stabby.
We definitely.
Plus, if we're
That's
trying to
what you
figure
were
out
doing.
who's going to sabotage, there might be like an element of stealth involved.
Yes.
Or an element of punching them in the face until they tell us why they're up to what they're doing.
Or we might be
Or
able to just
both.
ask them some questions. However we go about this, it does seem like there's a little bit of fun for everyone. However, I must ask you, Professor.
What's in
is
it for you, Phaelor?
Yes, I am Professor.
Professor Skyben. Yes. Where is your school again?
Oh, actually, it's just right outside Waterdeep.
Like
I know you probably haven't heard of us.
underground or in the clouds?
Why would we put it underground? That would be kind of weird.
Oh,
Never
We're not
heard
a
of
bunch
it.
of
Weird
dwarves.
things.
There's rumored to be many things underneath Waterdeep. A school would just be another one that I'd be willing to accept.
No. Oh, we're hidden by magic. You can't find us unless you know you're looking for us.
That makes a bunch more sense.
Yes.
So do we get to go through your magic portal then?
Well, yes, I'll teleport all of us there, and you'll be able to see the school.
Hey, wait. Hold on. last time you teleported, you thought you were going to end up in Phandalin.
Well, that's besides the
And
point. I
you
made a
nearly
small little
passed
mistake.
out.
Is
Oh.
it that far of a walk to the school?
Especially if there's been rumors of a class of students that have been mysteriously portaled. I would feel much better if we were able to guide ourselves there of our own devices.
I don't know. Well, walking could be tiring, and it's only like 6 blocks from here. But that's so far. I'm kind of old,
6
and I don't
blocks?
like walking.
We'll
Wait,
throw you on the back of our cart and we'll be there in about 15 minutes.
you tried to portal to Phandalin and ended up 6 blocks away from where you started.
Oh, don't worry about it. My portal seems to take me where I'm most needed, and apparently this is where I'm most needed to be, it seems.
Portal's going crazy all over.
Yeah, I just have to be very honest with you. I'm not feeling the most comfortable about portal travel.
You know-
Fine, we'll just walk there.
I'm-
Thank you.
I'm
Professor.
not a big magic person, and most of my gifts come from my god.
It's
But-
still just a type of magic that you're doing. It may be divine, but it's still a type of magic.
Yeah, for each his own, I guess. But I'm pretty certain that portal magic doesn't go random on you. At least
Mine
by
does.
6 blocks.
Mine
which
does.
is however
Hey,
many
if
Nobody
I
else
days.
is
could portal
concerned.
6 blocks, I totally would. I can understand that. Sometimes I don't even want to get out of my bed and go downstairs to get breakfast, you know?
Professor, I must ask you, what is it that you in particular teach?
Oh, yes. I am a teacher of magic at the school. I teach the sorceress arts.
You're a sorcerer.
Doesn't seem like a very good teacher if he can't even make his own portal work. But we
But
still
he's
haven't gotten to
saying
the money.
The portal was
Wait.
meant to lead to us.
My
Okay.
portal just seems to always take me where I most needed to be. And it said I needed to be here, so here's where it taught me.
Are you sure you're not a wizard of wild magic?
Well,
I don't think I am.
You don't
That
think?
would explain some things, though.
Aye.
well,
That's why
do
I'm
you
an
need to use the
investigator.
restroom before we go? Because I don't want you to port us all there.
No, I can take the walk with you. If I get back, I can use the restroom there. I don't like using the restrooms out in the public. You don't know who else used them.
Yeah, Myrros, I agree. I don't want us to port to a potty.
That would be a shitty situation.
Quick question, Phaelor. You said there was something in this for all of us. What's in it for you?
Well, you know, there. Excuse me, Professor. Let me huddle up 1 second. Excuse me.
Clearly, Phaelor just doesn't want anything to happen to these young, impressionable university students.
You
Secretly-
go have your talk. I'm gonna go and
Pardon
ask
me.
the bartender if he has a nice little brandy.
All right. Let me. And Phaelor's going to kind of like have everybody huddle around the table. All right, listen. I'm very, very close to a promotion and getting out of the closet. Okay. I know that might
Wait.
not mean much to you.
Seems like a
but
personal
coming out of
decision.
the closet for me is very important, and I just really, really, really need to get out of there. My name. They moved a new inspector in here, and he farts constantly, and I am under attack. My olfactory senses have almost given up and died at this point. I need to get out of there.
Or I
Taking
could
on
kill
a
him.
case. I mean, listen, Trudy. At this point, never mind. No. Anyway, listen.
Phaelor, listen. In the closet or out of the closet, if there's stabby and gold coins involved, like I'm on your side.
I know you're in. My point is, I'm very close to this promotion. These 2 cases that I presented before you are, I don't want to say of little consequence. They're extremely important, but helping to crack a case like this might just be the push that I need to have my superiors see that I have a bit, of initiative. So I would, that's what's in it for me.
Like if going and saving a bunch of university students helps you come out of the closet, then that's all we're here for, buddy.
Thank you. I really appreciate that support. And then
All
we're
right,
gonna
wizard man.
break huddle. All right, Professor.
Money,
We're in.
amounts, and then we're in. Because he wants to get out of the closet.
Oh, I didn't know that about you, Phaelor.
Thanks.
Didn't know you. Well, if that's your choice, I fully give you my permission to be coming out of the closet there. But
Let's
I
not take
don't
this out of
know.
context matters. Anyway, never mind.
He's
take
looking
us
for
to
a
your school.
promotion. That's all.
oh, a promotion. Oh, don't worry, you'll be.
Yeah, his office
I
is a
wasn't
closet.
saying anything. I was not saying anything. Don't worry what I was saying. We are going to be. Oh yes, money. You wanted to know about the monies. Oh yes. Oh yes, I looked it up in my book here. I was allowed to offer 1,000 gold. Don't go above 1,500. So I can offer you 1,000 gold.
So we
Oh, well,
can get
we-
15,000.
We'll
Oh,
only
I can offer you 1,000 gold.
we'll only do it for 1,500.
1,500.
Could I possibly persuade you to consider 1,500? We are a very
Oh.
exclusive group with a rare skill set.
And an
And,
official city inspector.
You do have a very.
I mean, we have an inspector
Yes.
who almost is getting a promotion to not have an office in a closet. I mean, that's something. We've got Myrros over here who
I think-
scares
I
the
think-
living daylights out of everybody he crosses. Like that could be helpful. I mean, we got Karuti. She's just. I mean, look at her. I mean, she's just a born fighter. And I'm a little bit sly. I'm a little stealthy, and it feels like this is a mission that's really well suited to us. But we have to make it worth our while.
I mean, Myrros is fantastic at sniffing out death.
Yes, I've heard very much about Myrros. He's actually got quite a following at the academy with the necromancers. Don't know why.
And
Yeah,
the
that's odd.
rogue students, yes, they talk about the legendary assassin.
Artemis,
How-
yes, they always
how-
talk
wait.
about Artemis.
Can we go back for a second to how there are necromancers at this school?
It is a very. There's a few necromancers. It is
Freaking
a school
Artemis.
of magic that we teach.
I'm sure it's all on the up and up, Myrros. Don't
Is there a
get your
problem with that?
feathers ruffled.
But could I persuade you to offer us probably 1,500 would do it? You seem like
Okay,
a
fine.
very
I'll give you 1,500. not a gold or copper more though.
seems worth our while.
I'll take it.
Well, that's good.
With like half up front and then half after the task is over.
You think I have gold on me? Oh,
We could have done the academy. Let's
hold
get
on.
walking.
I'll even prove it. He starts pulling out all the pockets of his robe, various things coming out, spell books.
No, it's
Professor,
okay.
Professor,
Stop.
Professor.
Stop.
Professor, it is a standard business transaction to be afforded some sort of compensation up front as a good faith of will contract. And as you are a master of magic, of the sorcerer arts, it would seem that you might have the ability to use some of your portal skill to summon some sort of compensation.
You know, I have something better for you.
Do you?
Yes, I have something better.
Better than
Yes.
gold.
Honey.
Well, I mean, it depends how you look at it. There are many things better than gold.
Lots of things carry value indeed.
Yes. So, he kind of ruffles into his bag, and as he does, he pulls out a couple items out of his bag. One is a monocle, and he pulls it out and he hands it to Phaelor. Now, Phaelor boy, Phaelor,
Yes.
Phaelor,
Yes.
Phaelor. Yes, I said Phaelor. Phaelor boy.
Hard A.
This
Give it a hard A. Phaelor. There you go. Close.
don't want anything to be hard.
It sounds like failure, but it's a little different.
Oh, Failure boy. Got it. Failure boy. Okay, Failure. This monocle. Now,
Yes.
you hold this monocle up to your eye.
Okay.
I'm going to give this to you. You can have it as a down payment. It's a monocle of insight.
Oh, all right.
Now, when you try to look at people and see if they're telling you the truth, it will help you see if they are.
Well, that is fantastic.
Ask me
Is
a
it
question.
better than holding a knife at their throat, or
Well, yes, if you hold a knife to someone's throat, they can still lie to you. This will at least let you know they're lying.
okay?
All right. Well, thank you.
And
Well, this was my mother's. And he holds out this cloak. This was my mother's. She was a witch of a woman. I hated her. So you can have this. Actually, which one of you wants it?
yeah,
One of you tiefling thingies. I don't care which one of you have it.
Karuti,
This-
you want to arm wrestle for it?
Oh, that would
All
actually be
yours. I
entertaining.
don't want an old cloak.
Oh, well, it's a cloak of elven kind. It'll help you hide.
Oh, yes. Pope reaches out and just snatches it so quickly. Some moths like fly out of it.
And then he holds up a bottle. Oh, this is just a bottle of brandy. None of you want. Okay, none of you want that. Good. He'll just pop the cork. I guess that's for me then. Starts drinking it.
Rit's muted, so.
But you can take those as down payment. It's definitely more worth than probably what you're going to be paid, anyways. But oh yes, as long as you help solve our problem, I don't mind. Now, can we start heading to the school now? I'll show you the way. It might take a while. It's been a while since I've walked anywhere.
I guess we could try the portal thing. If
No,
you
no,
think-
no. You don't want to do the portal. And also, I'm too lazy to do it now because you don't want to do it. I was going to be all theatrical
Poor
and do
vlogs. Myrros, come on.
it. You can walk.
I don't mind walking.
I do. I hate it. It's so tiring. But we'll do it anyways because that's what you want to do.
Thank you for being
Come
so
on,
agreeable.
Professor.
I think perhaps you guys should have gone to adventuring school. Anyways, follow me, follow me. It's just down the road here. And he'll start heading out, slowly walking. He's using his staff kind of like as a walking stick. And you see him hunched over, just kind of slowly going about it. And what should have probably taken about a 5-minute walk ended up taking him close to about 30 minutes to an hour.
Did I attune to the monocle while we were walking?
So, Professor, well, since we're taking our sweet time on this journey, why are all these rogues so excited about Artemis? I've heard they're not even that special, not even that good of a rogue.
Well, Artemis from what I know, he is a very amazing rogue.
He's
He-
sloppy. His work is sloppy.
His work is not sloppy. He has that whole band of his.
I'm sorry, who are we talking about?
Artemis.
The famous rogue that apparently all the little academy students are so fond of.
Never heard of him?
Exactly. And that's the point. Yeah, we'll see.
You've
Some
never-
rogues don't need to have a whole band.
Oh, you've
but I
never
guess-
heard of Artemis
well-
and Thierry. Full of a Drizzt Orden?
So here's the question. If Artemis is so great, why didn't you hire him to figure out who the saboteurs are?
Yeah, he tried to hire Bamir the Bard, but apparently he couldn't make it to Phaelor.
Who's Bamir? Never heard of him.
Bramir is part of the Fist of Fandolin. He's all full of hot air, has this huge giant ego. Really bad with the ladies, but a decent bard all the same.
So we were
No.
what, third pick?
Actually, you weren't on the list, but I saw you, so I picked you.
We got a lot to prove.
Fantastic.
Yes, but Failure Boy, I have trusted him. Yes, I do.
I am
With
much
a name
reassured.
like Failure, you're just instilled with confidence.
Oh, yes.
Phaelor. Anyway, so this monocle you presented me with, you said it has what effect again?
Oh, well, if we put this into, say, numbers, so to
Alright.
speak, you'd have a +5 to your insight check when you're wearing it.
All right.
But it only helps you know if people are telling the truth or not. If they're trying to hide something, you'd be able to tell from it. Or at least have a better chance.
All right.
Speaking of trying to hide, what is this cloak going to do?
Well, it helps you hide.
Excellent.
So, Professor, and Phaelor is going to turn and hold the monocle up. I would just love to know if you're truly being forthtelling and test out this monocle in all of its glory here.
Ooh.
I'm an investigator after all, and it doesn't hurt to be thorough. Assuming you have nothing to hide, this should be over in a moment.
Well, ask me anything.
I would like to know if it's true that your portal really just manifested there and that you weren't specifically looking for us as part of some grand design that you were withholding purposefully to make us more enticed to go with you to this academy of which no one's ever heard of and which is hidden by magic.
That's a very good question now. I'm amazed you asked that question. Just for sakes of trying this, I am going to tell you that I can't even see what you rolled. Where did I put that?
I rolled a 10. I have a +6 to insight plus an additional +5 using the monocle, so that's a 21.
So he's going to tell you, well, there's no way. My portal just happened to take me there. And you know that he's definitely hiding something.
I see. Phaelor's going to keep that to himself for the moment. That's part of my question that you've answered. And the second part of my question, which is, why is it that none of us have heard of this school? If it truly is a school for adventurers, and it's hidden by magic, I can understand why none of us would have seen it, but to have never heard of it and be this close to Waterdeep is a bit absurd to me.
Well, that's because most of the students are, family members of the Lords of Waterdeep, and, well, obviously we don't know who they are either, and they want to keep it secret because their children are here. We plan on, if it goes well, we'll be opening up and competing fully with the guild within Neverwinter. But right now we're trying to go for quality over quantity. Sadly, have you ever seen them noble children? They're useless.
Well, they're not
That
completely
I'll
useless,
agree
and
with.
some of them have been disappearing as sacrifices to the King in Yellow. So I have
The problem.
a healthy, natural suspicion, if you will, as to whether or not this is going to go that way. And he's going to very quickly kind of use Mind Link with Hope, and he's just going to say, Hope, don't react. He's definitely hiding something about the portal. I have a feeling that he specifically was looking for us for some reason, and just, dagger sharp. He's going to end the link.
So you see Hope just kind of reaches down to one of her rapiers and just kind of pats the hilt, signaling Zoe's ready.
All right, Professor. I think I am satisfied with your answers for now. Lead on to your academy.
Well, that's good, because I really need to get you there. I shouldn't have been gone this long. And he'll continue walking down. Eventually, you'll come and you'll just kind of pass by, and you'll see this area there's a large open area that looks like it's a park. But as you walk closer, you kind of feel this strange sensation go over your body, and then moments later, this school just kind of appears in front of you. And you see what looks to be a fairly large school with a set of buildings smacked in between a bunch of the household and other buildings within the city. Well, welcome to our school. Unless you know you're looking for it, you can't see it even if you come here. But because you had an idea that you were going to be looking for it, welcome. Everyone else here just seems to see a park when they come. I don't know why it's a park.
I am dumbfounded. I literally can't believe this is here. Does this academy have a name, Professor?
Well, yes, it's the Great Waterdeep Academy for Adventuring Hopefuls.
That's a long name.
Might want to think about shortening that.
Well, we wanted to, except the headmaster. He really liked the name. I don't know why. At first, he wanted to say the Great Waterdeep Academy of Adventurers of Tall People, but we said that would be mean, because then we'd never get any of the halflings or the gnomes.
Is the headmaster of the academy very tall?
No, he's a gnome. He's very short. He's even short by gnome standards.
I like that you have the word hopeful in the name. That's good. It's good.
Yeah, we're very hopeful that they'll actually be good adventurers someday. It instills a sense of confidence, don't you think, in our teaching?
I think that's the opposite of true.
Well,
I
no
feel like
one's
this
died yet.
whole university has a lot of potential.
Myrros, if I die here, please bury me somewhere else. Thank you.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to be buried here either. The necromancers, they'll just use you as fodder.
So where to next? Where do we get more information before we try to figure out what's happening here?
Are the necromancers raising the dead here?
Oh, only the willing for the most part.
How can they be willing if they're dead?
Well, you talk to them, you ask them if they're willing to be raised, and if there's no response back saying they don't want to be raised, they're obviously willing.
So, you guys have enough money to just raise dead people for the fun of it?
Well, it's not for fun, it's for learning.
Right. Where's the admissions?
Myrros, can you stay focused on what we're here to do, please?
You feeling hopeful, Myrros?
I'm sorry, I was distracted. Let's continue on.
He takes you in the front door, and the door opens wide, and you see this room. Put you guys there. This room with a couple desks, a bunch of casks and packages that seem to be waiting to be taken in, and there's a couple of humans that are sitting behind the desk. One kind of looks at you and then looks over to the professor. Professor, are these the Fists of Fen? No? Oh, no, they're not. Yeah, we got the... Hold on, what do you call yourselves? I don't think it's Phaelor and the Failure Boys.
Excuse me, my name is Phaelor.
I said that.
No, you didn't. Anyway.
Did I not?
We do not have a proper name. We are a group of friends that happened to go on various adventures and solve crime and...
Well, I, for one, and then Hope just like steps forward right in front of Phaelor and then whips out her one rapier just dramatically. She says, I am Hope, the notorious rogue you've certainly heard of me for my stealth and cunning and my quick-handedness with the blade.
So you'll see the two kind of like clerks that are behind the desk. They look kind of past you, and then they look at you, Hope, and they just start clapping. Yeah. We've definitely heard of you.
Ha! Thank you. Thank you.
Look at that. Hope you have fans.
Don't sound so surprised.
I'm not. I'm a fan.
Well, yes. Anyways, this is Phaelor and friends, and they're gonna be doing us the little investigating favor for us.
Baylor's going to cast Mage Hand, and it's going to get very close to Skyben's throat, and then he's going to dispel it. And it's continue.
Anyways, Natia and Brimley will be going now. Since you asked, this was admissions. Well, yes. Why, Nadia, I'll have one of the boys come and get the packages. We shouldn't be leaving them in here. It kind of makes this place look like a mess. But if you guys would just follow me through this door, and he'll take you in, and you guys will enter what seems to be like a main courtyard. You'll see as you kind of look around this courtyard, there's different sort of targets placed up. There's an area for archery, and you'll see a few students kind of sitting there practicing shooting the bow. And there's a old, wizened, grayed hunter sitting there, kind of big fur leather armor, kind of teaching them how to shoot a bow. And he's going from student to student, showing them. This is our courtyard. We have various things here where they can learn how to do. Like we have the archery yard over there. That's Kruger. Watch out. His bite is definitely worse than his bark. And he might bite you. Also watch out for the fleas. Straight ahead, that would be the mess hall. To our right would be the stables. Sadly, there's no animals there right now. We have a party of the Lord's sons and daughters out right now on an adventure, and they took all the horses. We didn't have many, but they took them all. The building just to our front left here, that would be the blacksmith, if you must know. In the back left corner, that is a tower. You can go up it. It'll go to the second floor of the academy. And as you kind of look, you see this academy is 3 floors high. The classes tend to be on the 2nd and 3rd floor. So is the dormitory. Dormitory, yes, dormitory. Dormitory, Phaelor. Oh, I can't talk today. Oh, well. Yes, the sleeping places are up there.
Aye. What a lovely institution.
I like to think so.
The whole place just hidden by magic? That's crazy.
Hey, it took me a long time to do this.
You did all this by yourself?
No, of course not. That would be too much work. They don't pay me enough for that.
Clearly. So, on with it. Where are we going next, Professor?
Well, yes. Well, first, let me take you to my office. So, he'll kind of start leading you through the dungeon. Through the. Sorry, I'm used to saying dungeon. He'll lead you through the school, and you'll kind of go into the tower, and he'll lead you up to the 2nd floor.
What?
I don't feel safe.
Was it a Freudian slip?
No,
Stay
it was
tuned to
not.
find out.
He'll lead you up, and you guys will be taken to his office.
Is it bigger
Look
than a
at
closet?
this, Phaelor. Now,
is-
this is the kind of office
I know,
that
I was
you
about
should
to
be
say,
getting.
this is quite a magnificent office here, Professor.
Oh, I like to think so. Thank you. My bedroom's just on the other side. It's split in 2. but
Your
yes.
bedroom is split in two?
No, my room is split into so I can have an office and a bedroom. You don't want to be
Ah.
sleeping in the office. It sets bad standards for the children.
You know,
It's
at this
bad
point, I'm definitely going to
work-life balance.
I'm going to consider working from home if I could have this kind of office in my house.
Well, in a way, I kind of do work from home. This is my home after all.
What time of day is it right now?
It's mid-afternoon.
Okay. Wait, we were drinking in the morning.
Liz, it was lunch. It was a luncheon, and a luncheon with some drinks. It was fine. It's 12 o'clock
Hey.
somewhere.
This is fantasy time. It's a cloud.
Okay.
So, just to let you know, we've been getting threats, kind of. So, I kind of want you to be looking into this. You can question anyone you want. You can question me if you think I'm guilty. I might be. I don't know. If I find out I'm guilty, I'll let you know, though. But anyways, so we're going to be doing this exhibition. Yes, that word.
Exhibition or excavation?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we're going to be doing that, and we were getting letters. Yes, letters. Someone sent us a letter saying that they were going to sabotage us, just like they sabotaged the Neverwinter School.
Didn't
No, I
know.
doubt they
Can you
actually
show
sabotaged
us?
the Neverwinter School.
Can you show us any of these letters?
No, we can't. Sorry. The headmaster kind of threw him in the fire and burnt him and said he didn't believe them.
Wonderful. Because we wouldn't want to have any evidence to work off of.
It was just paper. What would you get from it?
Handwriting, type of ink, where the paper was sourced,
You can tell
what it actually said.
You can actually tell what kind of tree the paper came from and what tree.
I told you we were worth our weight in gold.
In addition to handwriting sample and all sorts of things, the hand of the person that wrote it, whether they were left-handed or right-handed, there's so many things. You sure there are no additional letters?
Oh, well. We've been getting them about once a week now for the last, 2 months. At first, they was just said they were going to shut us down. But then last week, we started getting them saying that they were going to sabotage us like they sabotaged the guild in Neverwinter. But let me see. It's about that time. We probably will be getting another one in the next few days. But let me go down and check my mail.
Wait, 1 minute. When is the exhibition?
What is it? Or
When?
what is one?
When is it,
When?
man?
Oh, it's in 3 days.
What makes you think that they plan to sabotage that specific event?
Because that's what they said.
So they've been sending you letters for 2 months,
mean
saying
they've been
that they're
signing
going to
to the
sabotage
DMs
the
for 2 months?
specific event.
Well, yes, I figured they just wanted to, they're probably nefarious rogues of very high stature, and they just like the thrill of the chase.
Not stealthy at all. I don't like it.
How do they even know about you?
That's a very good question.
Yeah, Phaelor's gonna be rolling bullshit on this. Not with the monocle, just a straight old perception roll.
Well, if you're determining truthfulness, then it's insight.
Yes.
That's the bullshit skill.
Yes, it's still insight, but I'm saying it's a straight. I'm just gonna roll insight. I'm not gonna use the monocle because I'm not gonna ask him a question. I'm just gonna be listening and going, "This sounds terrible." That's a 14.
So he seems like he is being truthful in this, at least as far as he knows.
Well,
So here's my thought. We get a tour of the place. It seems like we have a couple of days to kind of come up with a plan. I'd like to look around, meet who we can meet, and see what the situation is. And come up with a plan.
sounds like a plan, Hope.
Do we have time for a tour of the rest of the buildings here, Professor?
Oh, yes, of course you got the time for a tour.
Now, hold on 1 second, Professor. Just humor me. You wouldn't have happened to
Okay.
had any new students enroll in maybe the past week or so, have you? Young
Or maybe
woman,
even the past 2
perhaps?
months.
Young woman, perhaps, or perhaps a large-looking man, reddish kind of beard, kind of loose
With like guard
gait,
armor.
may have looked like he could have been a guard.
High five.
Well, we've had a few new students come in the last couple of months. Well, recommended by different lords of Waterdeep. Um, I'll actually have 2 of them show you around. But you'll be able to meet them. They'll all be in my class later. I teach them magic, or well, some of them I'm teaching magic. Other ones are just learning about magic and sitting there and listening and falling asleep. But it's the same thing, I guess, for them, because they can't very much do it. But I think I'll have Beer come show you around in Ela. Yeah, Beer and Ela. They both showed up about 3 weeks ago or so.
Does beer deliver?
Does Beer deliver? What would he be delivering?
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
she's being very punny.
How many
Oh.
students do you have in the academy in total?
Well, I think around 60 at least right now.
Okay.
There's
Can we
still
get a
that
list
bed
of the
for more.
students that have enrolled in the last 2 months?
Yeah, I'll get working on that list for you. That's going to be a long list to go through of all the students and check it when they enrolled. Oh, but I'll do that.
60 students? That's a long list.
Well, yes, I got to go through all 60. I got to check when they enrolled, how long they've been a student, and then it's a lot of work you're putting me through.
I mean, there's 60 people,
Yeah, there's 60 people.
and I'm assuming that most of them have taken your class or something.
Well, they've all taken my class at least to some extent. Even if it's just to learn what magic is, even if they can't cast it themselves.
So you don't know off the top of your head.
Well, yes, I know exactly everyone that's new. Beer, Ela, Grungir. God, what was her? Oh, Shorva. Shorva was new. Bay was new. And so was Virgil.
What were the names of the people that went missing?
Ela Seastalker and Virgil Grev.
Interesting.
So, Sea Stalker.
Yeah, Seastalker.
Okay.
What's the other name?
Virgil Grev.
Spell.
Virgil is Virgol, and Grev as in Grev.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So not Virgil, Virgil.
Virgil.
Virgil. Okay.
Probably played too much Valhalla.
Yes.
I think a tour would be most helpful.
I'll get Beer and Ela to show you around.
Is that beer?
You're bringing
with a
beer?
V or with a B?
It's a bee, as in like a bat or a bear
Okay.
Or a beer.
or a beer.
Bringing beer
Oh, would you like a beer?
for the tour?
Well, yes, if you want a beer for the tour, I can give you that.
I'll take one. Or 5.
You can
I'm
have
not-
mine.
Well, I can give you one. And he'll go to his cabinet, open it up, and you'll see like all these different alchemist potions set up. And he'll go into the lower part, pull out a glass, and start pouring something in it. Oh, here's my special brandy.
Oh, brandy.
I'll take it.
Yes.
Thanks. And she'll go ahead and just like swig a bunch.
He Phaelor's gonna like look suspiciously and just look at you intently to see if there's any kind of ill effect that you might be taking magical brandy from a sorcerer.
DM.
You actually feel quite good. You actually have advantage on your next roll.
This is pretty good shit.
I'll make your con save.
I'll be coming back for more of this after the tour.
Well, now, don't be thinking too much of it. It is quite powerful stuff.
I'm quite powerful myself.
You can handle it.
If you say so. Well, Phaelor, boy, and friends, if you just step outside, Ela and Bior will be by soon. And you'll see him kind of just ring a bell. And it doesn't make any sound, though. You just see him kind of ring it. And then as he opens the door and you guys start to head out, you hear footsteps coming up down the hallway. And as you step out into the hall, you see what looks to be a young woman, probably about 18 to 20, standing out there. She is wearing what looks to be like a leather chest piece. She has what could be like a dress underneath it, but then she's also wearing leather pants underneath that. On her side, she has a dagger, and she comes up and greets you. Oh, hello there. I'm Ela.
Well, hello there.
This is Bjor. He doesn't speak much.
He doesn't need to.
Ela, we've been most anxious to talk to you. We are looking very much forward to this tour. However, before we go, I have a few questions for you. And Phaelor is going to kind of put on the monocle as if it was kind of a very natural thing for him to do. And just look, Ela, how long have you been a student here at the Academy?
Oh, well, I think I started about 3 weeks ago. I came 3 weeks ago. I didn't start classes for about 2 weeks, though. So, a week and a half since I've actually been attending as a student.
And what did you do prior to this? What made you come to this school? How did you hear about it? All of those things.
Oh, yes. I was. I worked in the town, and I was serving what apparently is someone related to a masked lord. And well, we were talking, and well, he seemed to like me, and he thought I would excel, so he offered me this chance, and I took it.
Your night's free?
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, your night's free.
Are my nights free? Are you
We'll
coming
come
on
back
to
to
me?
that after the tour.
Are you coming on? I'm sorry. I'm not. I don't like horny ones. Anything with horns is not.
Your loss.
Yes, nothing with horns. Just horns scare me. Sorry.
Oh, that's too bad. And the Hope kind of reaches and strokes her horse. She's like, because I was really afraid of your little dagger you have right there.
I wouldn't be. It's just for show.
Ela, I have one last question for you. You wouldn't happen to be married to the town baker, would you?
Well, sort of. Kind of.
It's a yes or no question.
I think we're getting paid tonight instead of laid. I'll take it.
Well,
She's kind of married. Watch yourself.
it's
Maybe
complicated. Our parents, our families had a deal, and this was arranged, and neither one of us really wanted this, and so
Well,
yes and no.
Obviously, someone wanted you enough to file a missing persons report with the inspector's office, and I have actually been assigned to your case. So, as long as you are here of your own volition and there's no nefarious acts going on, I will write back to the office letting them know that you are okay and you're attending university at your own discretion and that we should close that case.
And get paid instead of laid.
That too.
Yeah, but couldn't you have like said goodbye before you left so the people just like knew where you had gone to?
I did leave a note.
The file didn't say anything about a note.
I left a note with the morning bread I made for breakfast, and I put it under the bread so the bread would hold it and it wouldn't be blown away. Maybe he couldn't have been that stupid. He wouldn't have eaten the bread the paper on accident.
Your kind of husband ate your farewell note. That's the best thing I've heard all day.
I wouldn't put it past anyone at this point. Anyway, so all things considered, you are here of your own volition. You're
Yes,
safe.
very much so.
And do I believe her?
You do believe her. The only thing that seems a little suspicious is that when she says that neither one of them wanted to get married to each other.
Right.
But
She
otherwise,
won't.
everything else seems to be truthful.
All right. Well, Isla, I'm not going to grill you anymore. I'm just very happy that I, through some wonderful happenstance, was able to find you here. I will send my familiar back to the inspector's office and let them know that everything is on the up and up.
Well, I'll tell you, it seems whenever you're near Skybend, things just seem to happen that bring you luck. I don't understand it. And I served Skybend the day before the Masked Lord came and offered me this chance, and now I am, and my life is so much better.
Interesting. I'm very happy for you.
Who's this masked lord?
Phaelor will remember this.
Is he one of the other professors?
You do realize that Waterdeep is run by the Masked Lords of Waterdeep, do you not?
Oh, I mean, which masked lord?
Well, I don't know which one. The point is that we don't know who they are.
Fire. It's the most confusing form of government.
I mean, for all I know, one of them could actually be dead right now.
Plot twist.
one would ever
I'm the
know.
masked lord.
What?
Kidding.
If you are, that would be a good place to hide as a incompetent adventurer.
Excuse me? I will not be talked to like this by a baker's wife gone missing. And in fact, I mean, you could say that you yourself have gone rogue. Am I right?
Phaelor is going to back up.
No, I am a ranger.
Gonna
Okay,
step
well,
behind
little
her.
ranger with your dagger, you better watch it. Do you know who I am?
No, I do not.
The judge?
Fight!
Wait.
I'm Hope, the famous rogue.
Myrros, get ready. I think your service is going to be needed soon.
Okay,
That's quite possibly the deadliest situation we've been in the last month.
Those with tiny weapons and feeble brains should not insult the rest of us that have actual battle experience.
so that's actually interesting then. What have you fought?
Wait, your weapons aren't tiny?
The list is too long. Just don't take for granted my age and or height. I've seen more than you can even imagine.
And then you must have seen a lot, because I can imagine a lot.
I have. Don't test that limit again,
Okay.
or you'll learn more than your studies here at the academy. You know what I'm saying?
So no fighting. All right, let's move on and get on with the tour. I want to see blood.
You want to see blood?
It's a school.
Karuti! We're supposed to be here to save the students, not to stab them.
You're right.
Or punch them.
I mean, nobody said I couldn't punch them.
I mean, I'm going to say it here. We probably shouldn't punch students. Unless they're deserving, of course.
Probably pretty deserving than me.
Careful, you might move up that list.
I mean, what's your name? Ella?
Ela.
listen, Ela, part of us being here is, looking for you and wanting to give back a good report. But like, you want to be on our side here. We're powerful friends, but we're also formidable enemies. So just watch yourself.
I'll take your meaning and remember it. Yes.
So any suspicious activity happening around the academy lately?
Suspicious. There has been apparently someone sleeping in the third floor. We haven't been using that much. It's not set up yet. And I think a few nights ago, Virgils was saying that he saw people sneaking into the basement.
And where could we find Virgil?
Virgil is probably... Actually, where would... Oh, what time is it? So it's about that time. Virgil would actually be down south learning medicine. I can take you there if you want.
Hope glances at Phaelor, like, we ready to go?
Yes, please. Onward.
Oh, okay. I will lead you.
No need for the 3-hour tour.
We had a boat ride yesterday. So does everybody in the party know the name Virgil in association with the guard? Like, do we all know that?
I don't think
What?
so. I don't think Phaelor shared the names with us.
Okay.
I did not share the name of the guard. However, I do perk up, I guess, at the sound of a Virgil. Pardon me. Sorry. Hold on one moment. Did you say Virgil?
Yes, Virgo.
Yeah, Virgil. Where's Virgil?
Medicine.
That's
Doing
where we're
some
going.
medicine stuff.
Medicine down south.
He
Trying-
probably needs to take
trying-
some painkillers to relieve the headache from talking to Ella for too long.
I mean, yes, moving on. Virgil's also a person that has been reported missing recently. Professor, I have to be honest with you. I am a bit suspicious of this whole process. We have some nobles that seem to be whisking away people to this magical institution of which no one is aware. And I'm getting missing persons reports on routinely. And now they're ending up here. That doesn't quite make you look on the level, does it?
Oh, well, that would just be a coincidence, I'm sure. All admissions is held and run by the headmaster himself and the mass lords. I have no say in that, but if that is, well, lucky for you, you're solving your cases without actually having to solve them.
Well, I'm gonna let you solve this. No more tour. I'm done with the tour. You're going to take us on a tour of the headmaster's office, where we can speak with the headmaster presently, or we're out. Done.
You want to talk to the headmaster personally right now?
Yes.
Well,
If he truly has
he's
concern
not...
for his students, he will allow us to go to the headmaster's immediately.
Well, he's not in his office right now. You'd have to go and see him in the library. But you can go and see him in the library if you want.
Lead on.
Fine. I'll have Ela and Beer show you to the library. And he will take you, and it's just the pathway south. You kind of wind around a little bit around the outside of the tower, and you'll head south through the door, and there'll be a little walkway and then another door, and you'll enter that. And as you do, you see this library. There's bookcases floor to ceiling. desks in them. There seems to be students kind of learning at the desk, looking through books. And just as you get like a quick look at one of the bookshelves, you see that there's books on various things, on medicine, on the history of Faerun, on the history of Eberron, on the different realms of magic. And Ela kind of motions for you guys to follow her, and she goes through a door just to the left of the entrance. And as you come in, you see this short little gnome behind a desk. He's kind of standing on his chair, motioning for a couple scribes to put scrolls up in certain areas. Yes. Yes. Up there. No, a little bit to the left, a little bit. I know I can't reach. Put it there. Yes. No, not that hole. Put it to the one to the right. I said the right, not down. Yes, that one. Thank you. Oh, hello there. Hello. Who are you? You're not students, are you? I don't remember.
Does nobody here know who I am? This is getting ridiculous.
Oh.
This is
hold on. 1 moment.
This is
and
the
he'll kind of look at his...
Hope, the rogue assassin.
Thank you.
Along with the very famous Myrros.
Oh, yes, Myrros. Definitely know who you are. Don't worry, Hope. We named the school after you. That's why we are the Academy of Hopefuls.
What?
Yes,
Do you have a
we
statue of me here somewhere? Like,
sorry, we don't have the statue up yet. It's going to be in the center of the courtyard. Yes.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it'll be grand, and you'll be striking a pose and like you're about to stab someone. Yeah, it'll be nice.
This is
And your name is?
Oh, yes. Sorry. My manners, where are they?
Probably with my statue.
No, that would be kind of bad. Sorry. Anyways, I am Zanzu.
Hi.
Hi.
In your role here at the academy?
Oh, I am the headmaster. I am headmaster because I'm the biggest one here.
Didn't we
Right.
find out earlier that he was like a really short gnome?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Are you taller than all of us here in this room, Zanzu?
I never said I was taller. I said I was bigger.
All
In
right.
which?
We're going to ignore that perception check. Yes, Headmaster, we have been recruited by one of your professors, Professor Skybend, and...
Oh, you're the Fist of Fendelin.
No, we're not the Fist of Fendelin.
Oh.
I couldn't afford them.
We're the next best thing, apparently. No, I'm Phaelor. I'm an inspector at the City Watch. Again, the famous Hope, the famous Myrros, and the better...
Infamous.
Infamous Karuti, yes. Legendary punching skills. Felt them for yourself. Feel them for yourself
Actually,
sometime.
Karuti, I've heard of you.
Oh, now have you?
Yeah, you
Who
were.
haven't I killed?
I believe. Are you the Karuti that was making some extra money that one time doing bar fights?
Oh, you heard about that weekend? I couldn't kill them; they wouldn't come back. So that was a fun one.
Oh, I lost
I think
20
a couple
gold
didn't
off of
come.
you winning.
That's why
Well,
you
if
never
you-
bet against Karuti. Easy.
You don't bet it. Have you? Did you see me at a time?
Well, I figured you'd be losing because you were fighting this giant of a Goliath.
Yeah, he couldn't take his beer or my fists.
Well, yes, when you hit him in the groin, it kind of dropped him like a rock.
It was satisfying. Men, so weak.
Well, when you hit us in the rocks, there's not much we can do.
I don't think he had rocks anymore.
No.
Anyway, now that introductions have been made, Headmaster Zanzu.
Yes, that's me. I'm Sansu.
We've been recruited by Professor Skybend to
Good man.
stop a series of, or investigate a series of threats against the academy here?
Yes, we've been getting threats, and things have been happening. But yes, that's what his job was to do, was to hire someone. We were hoping for the Fists of Phandalin, but apparently they're busy. Thank you guys for taking the offer.
You're also
Karuti,
in
I'm sure you will
Phandalin.
do wonderful. Myrros, sadly, we're all alive right now. I know how much that probably upsets you.
What? I feel very misunderstood.
Well, one of our necromancer boys was telling me how you love death. He followed in your footsteps, and he became a necromancer because he wants to research everything about death.
I'm a cleric.
Well, maybe he was a little misunderstood then.
There's so much more to Myrros than just death.
It really means a lot to Myrros when people are still alive.
Well, I'm glad. Please make
It
sure we all
does.
stay alive.
So what happened to the letters? The threat letters?
Oh, yes, well, I didn't believe them at first, so I kind of threw them in the fire. Yeah.
Anything interesting happened to them when they threw in the fire? You know, turned green or blue or purple?
No, they burned. Paper burns.
What about the most recent one? At what point did you start to believe it? And then did you keep the letters?
Well, I started to believe it when we started getting reports of strange cloaked figures moving at night through the yards.
Wait, that's new.
Strange cloaked figures?
Yes. At first, we thought it was just students, but doing a head count in their sleeping quarters, it seemed they were all actually, well, asleep. Except for the ones that we knew were not here because they're out on adventure.
So these cloaked figures at night did what exactly? Delivered letters?
No, we don't know what they did. They were seen moving through the yard and then they disappeared.
Could you tell us, like, was this multiple times? One time?
It's happened multiple times over the last week.
Do they always move in the same path?
No, they seem to be sneaking through the yard.
So how are you catching them?
We haven't caught them. We've seen them.
Well, I'm just saying, if I was trying to sneak somewhere, you wouldn't even see me. So, like, are they just really
Bold claim.
bad?
That's a bold claim. Uh-huh. Even
So-
the best sneak
they-
can be seen by someone.
So they walk around the yard at night, cloaked. And where do
Yes.
they disappear at?
They seem to be disappearing, going into the first floor, and then no one sees them again.
Your security sucks.
Well, most of our security is the fact that no one knows about us, and you can't see us unless you do know about us.
Not nobody.
So,
But anyways,
is it a extensive list of people that know about this place?
All the Master Lords know about us. Adventurers that have graduated. We've technically had one class of 3 graduate. They knew about it. We've had 2 dropouts, and then the teachers in the current class.
why'd they drop out?
We had a wizard of unremarkable skill, very horrible. Kept lighting his own clothes on fire every time he tried to cast a spell. Very horrible.
Nudomancer.
No, I believe he wanted to call himself a bright mancer because he liked fire, except when it started his own clothes on fire, which is apparently always. It got too expensive, he said, so he's not going to do magic anymore.
And the other?
The other one, well, he was, one of those roguish types, and
In which way? Cunning, good looking, witty, Clever,
steal and
great
kill
sense of
people.
humor. Oh, also that. Okay.
Yes. He left. He left, and he was not fitting in quite well. He was somewhat of an outcast. I think his a lot of classmates kept on saying that he smelled really bad. It was horrible. His classmates just drove him, and he just.
Does he have a
couldn't
name?
become- well, he does. I don't really want to say it unless I have to. The boy didn't really smell bad. I think it was just because he was an elf, and a wood elf at that. And I don't know. People seem to like think worse about his kind. Like they hug trees and don't bathe and just wallow in the mud or something.
Look, we investigators out with his name.
His name was Drathor.
Never heard of him. Sounds suspicious. Keep him in mind. You with the book. Write it down.
One of the scribes just kind of looks at the teacher, and the teacher says, "It's just do what she says," and he just writes in the book.
So at this point, like, do we have other questions we need to ask Zazu or whatever his name is?
Zazu.
I mean, do we have
Okay.
other questions?
How many of these hooded
Well,
figures did you see?
Well, our guard and also one of our trainees have each seen at least 5 different hooded and cloaked figures.
5 different hooded cloaked figures.
Yes.
And that
So
was
they,
They're cloaked.
they saw 5 at the same time. Then that's basically what you're saying.
No, they've seen one saw 3, which were one of them was very tall, 2 were about average heights, but one was very skinny. The other one saw a very fat man in a cloak and hood, and then a very short man. Unless it's the same person constantly coming that just can change the way they look at all times.
So they come one at a time?
Do you think it's a changeling? Could it be a changeling?
I don't
Well,
know.
do
Did
they-
you cast detect magic?
Well, no, that would be Skyben's thing. I'm more of a fencer myself.
Pardon?
I'm more of a fencer myself. So that would be more something Skyben would do. I don't believe he did. He was sleeping.
Fencer as in someone that takes illegal goods and then cleans them for money?
No. I fight with a rapier and I fence.
I was more excited at the other option.
Really, I thought you would be more about the combat.
He doesn't look like a worthy opponent, but I could get some good things from a fence.
He
Or sell a few.
did comment that he is the largest one here in certain aspects. Anyway, listen, Zanzu,
It's not the size; it's how you use it. Eh?
I'm really struggling here. So
Bigger target.
I'm gonna be very honest with you.
Yes, I'm listening.
I don't buy any of this at all. I really feel that there is something that we are not being told, and it's beginning to irritate me. I know you have
Uh-oh.
a large event coming up, an exhibition, if you will, in a few days' time, in which you have been supposedly threatened by a series of people in fat cloaks, or in cloaks that are fat, skinny, tall, whatever. You didn't keep any of the letters, so we can't see them. We have very lackluster eyewitness accounts of those delivering said letters. You've known about this for quite some time, and being a school of magic, you would feel that there might be people here capable of investigating this on your own, tracing these, and then making a proper, a proper inquiry with either the City Watch or, people of your own defense. The fact that you're a school that no one's ever heard of except for nobles of Waterdeep and masked ones who already sound completely suspicious. And now you're being threatened by another shadow potential organization who could also be the very organization themselves of masked ones, given that they're the only ones that know about this place. It's all very concerning to me, Professor Zanzu. Very concerning indeed.
I understand that. We were going to be opening our doors soon once we got ourselves a little more established. That's kind of what this exhibition was about. We were going to have a grand spectacle, invite various people. We were also going to invite the teachers and the faculty from the Neverwinter School, but obviously they're going to have to turn us down with the problems they're running into. There were various noble families, adventuring guilds that we were going to invite to possibly promote ourselves.
You say this. Hold on. I'm gonna cut you off right there. You've said that you're going to invite all these people to come to an exhibition and make it this grand reveal, this grand opening, and no one right next door has ever heard anything about it. No flyers, no nothing.
I would have liked a personal invitation, to be honest.
I mean, you named the bloody school after her.
I'm sorry. Your invitation must have just got lost in the mail. That's all.
And your luck is running out. Karuti, how are those fists feeling? They in need of punching?
Bored.
I might need to have a little fun.
Well, I'm about ready to leave. Anyone else feeling like this is a big wild
Waste
goose
of
chase?
time.
It feels a little bit like they wanted the fists of some shit to be part of this exhibition, and now you have us, and it feels like you're rolling around the mud and not getting dirty. So give us some information or we're out, because I got some bars that are about to hit prime fight time.
I have given you a lot of information.
You've given us a little bit of details here, a little bit of details there, but like Mr. Phaelor over here said, it would have been easy for you to capture him with some magic, to do some woodgy magic academy shit stuff. There's no reason for us to be here. We don't have the skills to help you.
Why are we really here, Zanzu?
Thank you, Hope. And he's going to use the monocle at this point and listen for the answer.
Obviously, you are here to help catch the people that are causing so much trouble for us.
That's a 21.
But I don't get to punch them.
Is it 21 bub? Did you say bub?
That's a 21, bub.
You definitely think that he is hiding and holding something back.
Karuti, punch him.
I'm down for it. All right.
I've had
Ready?
enough, Zanzu. I'm just going to let Karuti do her thing. And, fortune favors the bold and all that.
Are you talking or am I punching?
Sounds like an intimidate check.
Yeah, do an intimidate check if you're going to try to intimidate him.
And that's a help. I'm helping.
Okay.
You have advantage, remember, so you get to roll twice.
Oh, yeah. Roll twice. Okay.
Thank
Good.
goodness.
I don't have to help her, but I did.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Yes, let's go! Let's go!
What?
So,
oh, he's
as-
scared.
As Phaelor is telling
where's
him
my
this,
nat 20
you kind of
rolls?
start
Come
walking
on.
up, cracking your knuckles, and you just kind of put your hand on his neck. You don't squeeze, but you start to like flex your hand. And Zazu kind of looks at you. Okay. Okay. We don't have to get physical about this.
I think we do.
No, physical. I am actually quite averse to pain. I like causing it. I don't like having it caused to me.
Is he backing up?
Um,
Is he like trying to back away from Karuti?
no, he's not trying to back up because
Okay.
he's kind of grabbed by her. So,
Her hands on his neck.
so Okay, to tell you the truth, hold on. And he just kind of motions to tell the scribes to leave. Leave and make sure you shut the door. Just stay outside. They go, okay, shut the door, and they stand outside. Okay, now that everyone is gone, so I was just hired. There is a group. They wanted to bring the Fists of Phandalin here, or any adventurers, to capture them. And this school is well, kind of a hoax, but not. The students are real, but they're not really going to be graduating. They're here to be just decoys. They think this is an actual school. Skybend is an actual teacher, but there is a group of rogues and cultists and whatnot that just have nefarious plans. I don't know what the plans are. They didn't tell me. They just said to invite a group of adventurers like the Fist of Phandalin. And so that's what we did.
So this whole academy is a hoax, and you're playing along with it?
But yes, they threatened me. And so
With?
I obliged. Well,
Because I can threaten you more.
they threatened me with bodily harm and to kill my family.
No, I don't want to kill your family. That's a bit too far from my own taste.
I have to
Well, I
agree.
hope not. I am rather attached to my family, except maybe my third son. But he just needs help. Anyways,
All right. I'm coming up with a plan. All right, listen. Our best chance of figuring out who's behind all this is to play along. But the question now is, Zanzu, how convincing can you be with acting your part?
Well, how good was I before?
You were quite shit, actually.
Well, then I
Awful.
guess I'm quite awful.
Agreed.
I mean, if I was, a teacher and I was giving you a grade, it would be pretty bad.
Well, then probably not that good.
So
We've
here's
done
my
that
worry.
where work
If
is
we're gonna
work,
try to
but-
play along, how he's gonna blow our cover.
What was the plan? Let's go that route.
The plan was to get you to investigate, and then eventually we were going to, magically just come upon some new clues that would lead you into a trap in the basement.
And what happens after that?
Well, I don't know what their plans with you were, but they were going to lay the trap. They were going to attack, and then I don't know what they were going to do with you.
I wonder if the basement has a dungeon.
That's a cave.
A cave?
Guess that could be a dungeon.
So we preemptively go down into the dungeon and we
Mhm.
figure out what's up.
But what do we do with this guy? Gestures to Zanzu.
I
I can knock him out.
I can lock myself in here.
And our explanation to your little scribes is?
Well, just tell them you threatened me and you knocked me out. They'll probably believe you.
I don't believe you for 1 second. You are coming with us. Let's go investigate the basement, headmaster.
1 minute, Phaelor. If the scribes outside get wind of this, then the whole academy's gonna be on us.
The whole academy doesn't know about the plan. They think they're here for real.
So let's just ask Zanzu to give us a tour back to the main building.
I know it's redundant considering we just threatened him with his life and Karuti's got him in his hands and he's spilling his guts like a stuck pig. But I still feel like there's a potential angle that we have not explored. And so Phaelor is going to once again ask him with Monocle, while being very much intimidated by Karuti. You have played your part. You're 100% correct in that you are absolute shit at playing your part. But I wonder if that is intentional. Could this be a double cross to just lure us to where you want us to go?
As in, do you think I'm trying to play the part to lure you into a trap?
Yes.
I will tell you that I am not trying to lure you into a trap. Uh, but I was hoping for the Fists of Phandalin because I thought they would be able to, put a stop to this because I don't want anyone to get hurt.
Do I
Well, then
believe
you have the right crew. I can put a stop to anything.
It was a 17.
You believe what he's saying there is true, that he is looking to put a stop to this somehow.
All right. Well, if you truly want to put a stop to this, then you're going to help us. What kind of magic can you do beyond fencing?
None. I don't do magic. I am quite skilled with a rapier.
It's a school for adventurers, not for magic.
What type of adventurer are you?
I'm a swashbuckler.
What does that mean?
I am a type
Sparkle
of
swashes.
Your type of what?
rogue.
I don't know, Hope. You buying any of this? You're the rogue. You're our resident rogue.
I mean, yeah, swashbucklers are a real thing. Whether he has any actual skill with the blade, it's left to be determined.
What is your real name, fiend?
Zazu. Fine, if you want my full real name, I am Zazu Bilfer Greyer Razdiri Traylin von Zier the 17th.
It's a hell of a name.
I was raised by a group of gnomes after my parents abandoned me, and every single one of them wanted to give me a name. So I just go by Zazu.
Sounds prudent.
All right, I'm bored.
Is there anything you can do?
fathers.
Is there anything he can do for us? Is what I'm asking, Hope. Does he
Oh,
actually possess any
I think the
skills
only
to help
thing he
us?
could do is provide us with cover if we're trying to convince everyone that we are not onto the real plan here.
I mean, being a rogue, you have to be somewhat deceitful, correct?
Yeah, he should be.
Yeah.
I think we can make this work. Let him, as if he's leading us on a tour to where we want to go. He needs to play along, and that gives us the ability to walk where we want to without stealth.
Well, where are we going?
The basement.
The basement.
How often?
Right into
do
the
them-
trap.
How often do the masked ones meet?
The Lords of Waterdeep?
The cloaked ones that they find out in the yard.
No, the ones that created this school. How often do they meet? How often do they pump you with information, check on you, etc.?
The organization that set this all up, they send someone by at least once a week to check in on us.
When?
And-
What day?
They are supposed to come tonight.
All right.
Interesting.
Were we supposed to meet them and or entertain them in any way? Or were we not supposed to know of their presence?
You were not supposed to know of their presence. I would inform them that we had brought you, and then they would get the trap set and ready, and
Where
hopefully
do you
tomorrow night they would capture you.
Where do you entertain them?
Well, I would entertain them in here. I
Lovely.
would lock all the doors, and I would invite them in here, and they'd meet me here. Everyone else would think I am just in here late doing paperwork.
Set a trap in here for them.
100%.
If you want
What's this
to-
little closet over here?
That is where we keep some of our money that we use to fund the school.
And then this larger storage area, something back there.
Through that door is a larger storage area. I'm surprised you know. Must be your rogue skills coming to work. That is where we keep some of our treasures that we have gotten from our students on their adventures. That were going to be used by...
I told you don't underestimate my roguish abilities.
Yes, they're very good. You have a keen sense of things. You are probably smelling the treasure.
All right. What are you thinking, Phaelor?
Oh, I think Karuti hit the nail on the head. We're going to set a trap for whoever this masked fellow is, and we're going to capture them. And
So
we're
there's a
going to
full-on
interrogate them.
ambush? There's
Absolutely.
5 of them. Is there 5? Is there 1? How many?
He said one.
Oh,
There is one that comes to meet me normally. Yes.
excellent.
We can capture him and interrogate him.
Interrogation. I'm in.
Yeah, hiding stealthily for an ambush. I like it.
Karuti can sure put the fear of death into him.
Can put a lot of fear into him.
And Phaelor can stare at him with a monocle. It'll be perfect.
I really do enjoy this thing.
Glad. It was meant to go to Pamir. We thought maybe he could find some use out of it, but probably better that you have it. His ego would probably have gotten the better of him.
You wanted to give monocle to someone who was a bard?
Yes, we thought that he could have fun with it. It fits his image, I thought, but maybe not.
Phaelor, at this point, why are we questioning their poor choices? Like, really?
You're right. Absolutely correct. Let us set the trap.
I mean, I would not have given it to their orc.
So the corner that like I'm standing on, what's back here in this room? There's a desk, obviously. Are these like bookshelves or?
Those are like scribe desks, and there is a scroll shelf above it, like where they just put scrolls.
So would there be room for Hope to hide underneath one of the desks next to the door?
You probably could fit under there.
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. The one guy comes in here and they have their little talk. We listen for, a while to try to get some information. And if Zanzu blows our cover, then I'll run and block the door and we'll just collapse on this guy.
How big is that cloak that you received from Skybound?
Oh, she pulls it out. I don't know. It's about this big.
If a few of us huddled in the corner, would be enough to cover us, you think?
I don't know that I could have the ability to hide more than just myself.
At most, it would possibly cover Hope and maybe Karuti in the corner.
Would I really need it though? I guess yes. Okay.
If you're trying to hide in the corner, you
I
probably
just want to
wouldn't
hide
need
in the corner to prevent a quick escape. That's all.
Well,
I'll hide with you.
I'm just
Picture
saying,
Karuti as a small individual.
there's a couple of us that might need a bit more help in hiding, is what I'm saying.
Well,
Well,
that's
then
Yeah.
hide in one of these separate rooms. Like, stay in one of the storage rooms. We'll come up with a signal, and then, ta-da!
Fair enough. Let's see, are these doors right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Myrros, I suggest you and I hide here behind this door. That way we would block off any potential exit. This way, if Hope and Karuti are going to be covering the main entrance, then I'm pretty sure we would have this person in our grasp.
Are there any, like, windows around?
There are no windows in this room.
Creepy.
I
Okay,
do believe this is a good plan.
I like it. But it's not until tomorrow night? What are we supposed to do for 24 hours?
Tonight.
Oh,
It's
tonight?
Yes. And Hope, you and I can share a mind link,
2 nights a night.
and I can listen to your thoughts, and you can let me know whenever things have happened.
So you want me to decide when to spring the trap?
Absolutely.
You'll
All
be
right.
the one with eyes in the room.
In that case, I really think it would be better if Karuti was in one of the separate rooms, because if I get discovered, the whole trap is up.
That's probably fair.
Is there room for Karuti to be under the desk without being seen?
Could I just come up after that he's already gone into the room and just be on the outside?
Well, she can just be in the room with us.
I know, but
I
prefer to have
could just stay outside the door.
We're all stacked up, though. That's
I just don't want us to get discovered too early.
I'm
I don't
hanging in
know.
the hall. I don't think there'd be anything too crazy about that. Student hanging in the hall, a professor waiting.
Just like hang out on one of these chairs.
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
late in the eve though. Wouldn't all the
Hmm.
students be in bed?
Or I mean, she could be behind this door, but then we wouldn't have a signal for her.
Could be a scribe.
A
Well-
tiefling scribe. Okay.
I can't hide that well.
Or are you saying tieflings can't be scribes?
I'm saying one glance at her and you see fighter.
I don't know.
I'm
Maybe
thick.
maybe
I'm a knight.
just give her some glasses.
If she wants to try to hide with me, that's fine. I just a little
maybe,
concerned.
Maybe a robe or something.
We can take him.
Just I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's fair.
Karuti, what do you want?
Let's go with that.
I'll hide with you.
You're gonna hide
More
with
likely
me
I can kick butt.
underneath this desk with my one cloak. All right. Sweet.
I do believe our plan is set.
This isn't
Just to be clear, the Lords of Waterdeep have nothing to do with this after all.
No, they do not. We're
oh,
just
not
using their
there. Why,
names.
why are you moving me over here? You
Oh, so
be
you're,
over there.
you're going to be in this corner?
The idea is to guard the exit. Isn't this the door?
Yeah.
So I'm
Ooh,
going to be
one
underneath
exit.
the closest desk here. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you and Karuti are both going to be under that desk.
Yep.
That's not. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
We're both
boy.
horny apparently too. So
Right.
True.
Keep all that in one spot.
Moving along.
So this is where you guys are going to hide?
oh, how is it moving along? Yes.
Okay. So you guys will get comfortable and start hiding there.
How comfortable? Just a regular level of comfort.
I mean, however comfortable you want to be, that's how comfortable you're going to start getting.
Okay.
Whatever mischievous things happen under that table, that's
Do I need to roll a stealth check to hide beforehand?
Yep.
Okay.
go ahead and roll your stealth check.
Is that an advantage because of the cloak?
Yep.
Ooh. It's a
So
good
the
one.
cloak gives anyone trying to see you a disadvantage and gives you an advantage on all stealth checks.
Nice.
So I get a 15 plus. Sorry, it's been
It's
a
18,
while.
isn't
No, Rick got
Yes,
18.
Okay.
They both rolled really well.
Rick can roll again if she wants.
But I have
You
a
technically
plus
get advantage too.
8.
I rolled a 20, so I'm good.
Is that right that I have a plus 8? To stealth?
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah. So
You're
it's
rogue.
23. Yep.
Okay. And you guys will be hiding in that other room?
Yeah.
Yes. Phaelor and
We
Myrros.
probably need to roll stealth too.
I mean,
But
we're
do
not
we
even
have
in a
advantage
room.
because we're in a different room?
Yeah, I will give you guys advantage because you're in the other room.
Okay.
What are you doing that with?
I don't know what stealth I need. In
What
the
are
other
you
room.
boys doing in the other room? Okay.
Look,
Trying to
and
listen
you're
in and just
standing
keep
around.
banging that wall.
You try standing perfectly still for however many hours we're going to be
I
standing
mean, you
still.
could probably sit on the floor, like.
And a 16 at the bottom there.
I got a 20 total.
I can't see. What is that?
16.
It is a 16? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then stealth. I'm a +0, so that's it. 16. Which is amazing
Okay.
because Phaelor's kind of a klutz.
So you guys will start to get comfortable. Got comfortable and have started to wait your time out. Hours go by. You see the light in the room starts to darken as the candles burn down. Scribes come in, replace the candles, and a few more hours go by. Then eventually, as you feel it's starting to get slightly colder, you kind of assume it's finally becoming night. You hear a knock on the door. Zazu just kind of looks around and kind of looks over to Hope and Karuti. You guys look hidden enough, so he just says, yeah, the coming. And he walks around and opens the door. And then heads back to the desk. You hear him kind of walk back, and in comes a singular man.
A single man? What?
Does he have one arm or two arms?
Ooh, a single man, eh?
He has two arms. He has 2 feet. He has 2 eyes. They happen to be of a color. And he walks with a kind of a normal gait. He seems normalish as your average human. But no, he's come in. He's
human.
dressed rather fancily. He has a cloak on over his head. And he comes over to the desk. Zazu, what news do you have? Is everything going according to plan? You know what'll happen if it does not? Yeah. Everything's going well. We got some adventures, not the Fists of Endolin, which we originally hoped. They would have been perfect, I'm sure, for your plans, but couldn't find them. They're busy or something. So we found some other adventures. Skybent got them. Yeah. So everything's going good. School is getting treasure and stuff. Our students are learning, and everything's working well. Why do you ask? Zazu, that's what I do every week, you know. I'm here to check in on you. Make sure there's nothing happening that we don't know about. Yeah, I got that. Everything's working well. Yeah, so I guess that's everything you need, right? Zazu, what's bothering you? Are you uncomfortable with these adventurers here? Don't worry. There's no way they'd ever discover what our true plans are. Yeah. Definitely, they wouldn't be able to do that now, would they? No. No, everything's fine. Yes, it's the adventures. Just a little uncomfortable with them around. Skybend is also having trouble with his magic. That's always a worry too. Afraid he might blow us up one day. But yeah.
At this point, Kurti's gonna nudge Hope and be like, "So, at what point do we?"
And Hope's gonna gesture back, like, just wait.
Anyways, the adventurers here. What do you want me to do with them? I know I'm supposed to lead them to the caves eventually, but what are you going to use them for? Oh, don't worry. Ooh, our master has plans for them. Just lead them there. Lead them into the caves. We have something waiting for them there that's they'll find of interest, I'm sure.
Myrros,
And
what's
they
going
will-
on? What can Peaches see?
It's a man and they're talking.
Yes, but what are they talking about?
I don't. It's like they're talking about trapping us and.
All right, well, let me know if anything important shows up.
I'm just kind of waiting for Karuti to come out, or Hope.
You should be listening for information, man.
Well, I mean, we could talk about all that later. They're sitting, Hope and Karuti are out there listening to them.
Yeah, but so should you be.
It's all getting relayed through a bird brain, dude.
On Peaches, I have faith.
Zazu, I will tell you this. What happens to those adventures, you don't want any business and you don't want to know. Just know that my master will become more powerful thanks to their sacrifice. And with that, your family will have nothing to worry about.
So I think at this point, Hope's gonna nudge Karuti and be like, let's go. And then she's gonna jump out. And is the door already closed? Open? I don't know.
It's open.
All right, so she's gonna slam the door shut and then lock it if there's a bolt or a bar or something, and be like, "Sacrifices where no one sacrifices."
Crudy's gonna jump out with her whatever. What weapon do I have?
That
Are
fits
you
under the
ready
desk.
to go?
How many weapons do you
Yeah.
have that fit under the desk?
Her knife. She's gonna pull out with her knife, ready to go. But also a fist, and she's told she shouldn't kill people.
Okay, roll. Go ahead and roll initiative, everyone.
Yo, let's go.
Shocker.
Oh, let's go.
Ooh.
I was hoping for an 8.
It was on the wrong one. Don't worry about that. So, what did you guys roll?
I had a. What did I have? I had a 13.
What's
Hope
your
has
with
a
your-
13.
with your initiative modifier?
Oh.
Because there is that.
15 then.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
How about Karuti?
12.
12 or 21. I don't know.
I'm not sure if we're flipped or not. I'm trying to figure it out, but I also can't tell.
And Phaelor?
16.
And Myrros.
Myrros has a 9.
Okay.
Dead last.
As speaks.
I will actually roll his here, then change it. Same thing, so it doesn't matter.
Lovely.
Ooh, there. So, Hope and Karuti, you actually get to go first because you have a surprise round. So, Hope, you'll go first, and then we will start the turns over. So, what are you going to do, Hope?
Oh, man.
As you pop out, you see Zazu is behind his desk. There's this man in front of you. He seems to have a... Actually, what did he have? He's cloaked, and he has a short sword and a hand crossbow as
Okay.
weapons.
Crudy at this point is gonna go, I can put him to sleep. So that's always
Hope
an
is
option
going to
if
address
we
the
don't wanna kill him.
man and say, "You may not recognize me, but I am Hope, the famous rogue assassin, and I will give you just this one chance to tell us everything we want to know peacefully, or you will regret not doing so." And can I roll persuasion to try to convince him to
Sure.
just tell us?
You can try to roll persuasion, but you have disadvantage.
But I'm
I'm more
scary.
intimidating than in persuading.
Oh, not bad.
Okay. So 14 plus 9. 23.
Damn.
23.
You are right. I do not know who you are. I do not know some third-rate adventurer named Hope. No, your offer is tempting. I don't see why I have to follow it. There's 2 of you.
We'll live a life of regret.
There's 2 of us. And you are unable to persuade him.
Ooh.
Wait, I'm unable to what?
Dang.
You are
persuade
unable
him.
to persuade him.
Okay. I assume that's the end of my turn.
No, you can still move if you want. Or you can just stand like right outside the exit of the desk.
You probably want to move to the door and
Yeah.
Block
Yeah.
him.
I'm gonna move and block the door with
Okay.
all like 5'1" of me.
Well, luckily the door is the full height from the ground to the floor, and you are just blocking the rest of it. If someone has to open it, they have to go through the door and you now. Karuti, it is your turn.
All right, so I am going to cast sleep. And how do I do that? I forget.
You roll for a number
Do I have to
of
roll?
you roll for a number of hit points that you can put to sleep.
Okay.
And then based on that,
Do I add anything to that?
it's whatever your spell attack is. It's gonna be like
yeah, your spell will tell you if you click on the sleep spell.
Oh, okay. Roll 5d8. Okay. Sorry about that. Let me just roll 1d. Wait, what is a 5d8?
You roll
D8
1d8
5
5 times.
Yep.
So on the
Oh,
dice tracker, you can move over to the 5 column.
there you go.
yay! Did I do that right?
Yeah. So what's your total?
Mm-hmm.
29.
Mm-hmm.
So if he has 29 hit points or less, you put him to sleep.
Okay.
If not, nothing happens.
So as you cast your spell and you see it hit him, you see him start to get a little drowsy, but he just kind of shakes his head, slaps his face a little bit, and then he just kind of looks at you. Oh, now, none of that finger wagging needed here.
At this point, she is going to then. Wait, can I still move?
You can move, yeah.
I'm gonna go behind here and we just grab our little dude
Zanzu.
with the knife. Zuzu. I'm gonna grab Zuzu with the knife to his neck and just kind of act aggressive towards this unknown man
Okay.
because she really just wants to knife somebody, and apparently the other dude's not gonna be having it.
Okay. And then we'll start over at the beginning of the turn. The guy that you guys are trying to ambush, he will sit there. He'll see that you have grabbed Zazu and are threatening him with the knife. And he'll just kind of look at you, Karuti. What does his life matter to me? He is but a pawn. I don't need him. And he is going to turn and face you, Hope, and he is going to try to attack you.
I had a feeling.
He gets 2 attacks. Does a 21 at least hit you?
Yes.
I'm assuming the 7 doesn't.
No.
Okay, so he will do +2. He will hit you for 3 damage as he comes at you with his short sword. He makes 2 quick attacks. The first one you are easily able to dodge, but he counted that as a as a feint. Then he comes back in, sliding it up, and he just cuts you right underneath your arm. Ooh, that seems I am first to draw blood.
And then Hope is going to react with Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
And I don't remember how much damage it does. I don't know. I don't even know how to do this on here.
Just what does it say? Just click on it. What does the pull out tab say?
It needs to make a dex save.
Yeah, okay, sorry. I found it. That one. It's a 3d10 for damage. Yeah, it's a dex save. It says dex 14. So when you cast a spell, you get 1d10 for each slot level above first. I don't know. I've never cast this in D&D Beyond before.
You're fine.
It's
So-
fine.
So the bad guy needs to make a dex save is the first thing.
Yeah.
He has to hit at least what's your dex save?
14.
14.
Okay, so 1d20 plus 2.
Oh, I think I found it.
He does not save.
Okay, so then I can do a 2d10 for damage.
Is it 3 or 4? Because it says it's 1d10 for
It's
each level
3d10.
above.
Normal level 1 is 2d10, and then because it's a second level, it's 3.
Is it not third?
Okay.
No.
Okay.
She's
So
a rogue.
17 damage for 3d10.
Okay. As he comes and he slices you under your arm, and he kind of makes a little snide remark about how he drew first blood, you just kind of point your finger at him, and you mutter a couple quick words, and you just see this burst of flame just burst out in front of him and start to engulf as he gets hit by this hellish rebuke.
Yeah, Hope's just going to say, you gave me a paper cut. Take this. And then flamethrower.
And with that, it is now Phaelor's turn.
Hearing the commotion, Phaelor is going to move into the room and move into a place to where he can actually see the bad guy.
Okay, so if you move about 10 feet, you'd be able to see him.
Okay. So from there, Phaelor is going to start weaving kind of this kind of colorful kind of pattern in the air. And he's going to be directing this and locking eyes with this assailant. And he's casting Hypnotic Pattern. So he needs to make a wisdom save, DC 14.
Okay. So that'll be that.
Yes! So as Phaelor continues to kind of twist and weave this pattern and locks eyes with this assailant, he's just going to kind of continue to kind of look into his soul. And from this guy's point of view, he's just going to see these colors and begin to feel affected by kind of the world around him. And when he kind of settles himself, he is going to be under Phaelor's charm.
Okay.
Does anybody else get hit by that?
It's a 30-foot cube.
So technically,
Grabbing.
everyone in the room is going to get hit with that.
Yes.
So Hope has to make a save, Zazu, and so did Karuti.
Sorry, what kind of save is it?
Wisdom.
Okay.
It's a cube, but doesn't it still have to be targeted though?
Not for that one.
Just any creature inside
Each
the
creature
cube.
in the area who sees it.
Okay. This is gonna be interesting.
Well, add your wisdom saving throw. Did anyone not get 14?
I only had a 13.
What's your wisdom modifier?
0.
So Hope is
I
charmed.
got hit. I'm
So-
charmed.
Rit
Hope-
is charmed.
What about our little gnome friend, Mr. Zanzu?
He passed.
Ah, the gnome knows what's up. So as Phaelor kind of cast this cube in this room, and again, unfortunately Hope gets caught in this as well as Karuti, and Phaelor is just going to walk directly over. Well, how much movement do I have left? Can I get
You
to
have a
him?
movement of 30, right?
Yes.
Yeah, each square is 5 feet, so you've only moved 10. You still have 20.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, so I can get next to him. Would you allow me to put manacles on him?
Just to save time, sure.
Okay. So Baylor's going to walk over, and while this individual is charmed, he's going to take his hands gently and put the manacles on him and walk him over and sit him down at the desk of the headmaster's office. And then he's going to walk over to Hope and Karuti and kind of put them a little bit away from the bad guy, kind of where they had emerged from under the desk, and is going to release them from, or release the spell at the same time for everybody. Look, it's okay. It's okay. Okay. I know that was probably a bit weird. It was a little bit strong of a spell than I intended to weave, but look, bad guy, charmed, in chair, manacled, cuffed. He's good. He's ours, ready for interrogation. You two did a fantastic job.
He's a little scorched too, I can see.
I mean, a little bit. But everybody's good.
All right, let's do
Everything's
this.
fine.
And she's gonna go up to him and just kind of put her hand, the thing in her hand. She's gonna take her hand and she's gonna put it around his throat, or at least attempt to, and get all intimidating. What the heck is going on here? And Mr. Man over here is gonna ask you some questions.
Oh,
Pretty.
well,
doesn't
don't
really-
worry about that. There's no need for you to be trying to threaten me, because you're definitely no threat to me.
Well, you should feel threatened.
Supposed to mean.
Oh, I have nothing to be threatened by. You don't scare me.
I think at this point, because we're out of the turn order, right?
Yeah.
I think at this point, Hope is just gonna quietly walk over and like step outside the door.
Are you going to leave the door open or shut it?
So I'm gonna close the door and then, like, I don't know what's this in the corner out here.
It's got a little chair.
Little chair. Is it possible for her to hide behind it?
No.
Can I hide under this table?
Possibly.
Can I try to hide under this table?
Yeah, you can try to hide under it.
Okay. So a 21 for stealth.
Roll
And
with
then the
advantage.
cloak gives me advantage, so I think I have to roll a second time, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, it's less, so still the 21. To try to hide under this table. That's it.
Okay. And you will go and you will kind of crawl under the table, put the cloak up and try to have it cover you as best you can as you start to hide there.
So she's mostly just going to keep an eye that nothing else approaches the door.
Okay. You notice as you are going and doing that, there are a couple students kind of at the other table, and they kind of see what you're doing and give you like questioning looks, and then just figure that it's best they don't question the strange person and go back to their studies.
Cool.
Phaelor
for
is
them.
gonna call to Myrros. Myrros, get in here.
I'm right. Al, come in.
You haven't moved. Myrros, get in here.
Sorry, I since we're not in combat, I wasn't paying attention to the map anymore.
Yeah, it's fine.
They can't see it. What does it matter?
It doesn't matter. We can see it. That's all that matters. Anyway. Now listen here. What is your name?
My name.
And Phaelor's going to put on the monocle and just start intently looking at him as he answers.
What is a name?
My name. You can call me Tamis.
Pardon?
Denise?
Tamis.
Tamis. Okay. Lovely. Lovely to meet you, Tamis. My name is Phaelor. I am an inspector at the City Watch. I have a few questions for you. What is your quest?
Oh, my last quest I was ever on was to... Oh, let's see. Oh, yes, they wanted me to steal a golden egg. That was the last quest I was on.
And what is your favorite color?
Oh, red.
Is he lying to me? I rolled a 16 plus 6, 22 plus
You
5,
don't
27.
Need a monocle to know he's lying.
No, it's fine. He could be telling the truth. You don't know.
So he's being truthful about the last quest he was on.
Okay.
His favorite color is not red.
Karuti, can I see your dagger real quick?
All yours. And she's going to hand it over.
Phaelor's going to stab
Well,
through
still.
his hand on the desk.
Okay, roll damage.
What do you want me to roll?
Whatever the
plus
dagger
one.
is, so...
Well, D4 plus your strength modifier.
Oh, sweet God. Just 84.
Yep.
That's 1 damage.
Dagger.
You have a -1 to your strength?
I do. You don't have to be strong when you're a warlock. I hypnotized an entire room. Thank you very much.
Should have
you-
asked Karuti to stab him.
I'm not trying to do damage. In fact, this is the
Point.
best possible outcome.
So you sit there and you like grab her dagger and you go and you try to push it down. At first you like can't do it, so you take both hands and just stab it through his hand, and it does a little pain to him, but it's not a lot. He just kind of growls and then just looks at you. Now that was uncalled for.
No, what's
Next time, at
uncalled
least get
for-
someone a little more stronger. You didn't even break my bone.
Fine. Next time I'll have Karuti do it.
Oh, I'd like it if she'd do it.
I bet you would. Now,
And
now
she's
that you
just going to go ahead
understand-
and pull it right out.
Now that you understand the game is you lie, pain.
I like this game.
I bet you do. Is he lying?
No, he's not lying.
Hmm. Okay. Next question. Who do you work for?
Oh, well, that's kind of complicated. Technically, I work for Lord Silverhand, but then there's also...
As in Laeral Silverhand.
what was that?
As in Lord Laeral Silverhand.
Oh, well, I think that could be his name. I forget. Then I also work for. Oh well, actually, if you ask Terry, I technically work for him, though I haven't really worked for him in a long time.
Does the name King in Yellow mean anything to you?
Nope, never heard of that name before. You definitely are believe he is lying about that.
Karuti.
And we're going to roll for, what was it?
Your dagger damage.
1d4 plus your strength modifier.
1d4. What is that?
That's a 4.
Oh, 4? It looks weird, okay? 7.
He definitely lets out a yelp of pain this time. But then he just kind of like smiles. That's more like it. This is how you play the game. So, what was that one for?
That was for lying. You absolutely know who the King in Yellow is, and I'm betting that you serve him. Who are we meant to meet down in the cave?
Ooh. You were going to meet good old Knot.
And who is not?
Knot was going to be your death. Or at least your eventual death.
Who's not?
It's not a who, it's a what.
Fine then. Humor me.
Oh, everything froze. Okay. Not. Have you ever heard of. Well, actually. Have you ever heard of a Nothic?
I have heard of a Nothic.
Well, good old Knot's down there waiting for you. With some friends.
With some friends, eh? See, funny thing about Nothics is that they aren't loyal to anyone and love to make deals.
He's definitely not loyal and ready to kill anyone, but old Knot will stop you. And then we'll stop old Knot.
Now, how do you feel your chances are, manacled and slightly maimed, against good old Knot when he's hungry?
Well, I don't have to worry about that.
Do you not now? Pray tell, why would that be?
Because I don't matter.
Why do
Let's say you kill me. Let's say Knot kills me. My master will make sure I don't stay dead for long.
Myrros, do you have anything around preventing people from coming back to the dead in your repertoire?
Depends on if they bring him back as a person. Or as something else.
Do you have ways of making him stay dead?
Oh, there's plenty of ways to make somebody stay dead.
As a grave cleric, I'm sure you'd be quite the authority on such subjects. Am I correct?
More than some. More than most.
I'm not liking your chances here, friend. You may not matter, but we can make sure that you never matter again.
Who's your master?
Don't worry. You know who my master is. You haven't met my master. Or at least he's met you.
Why kill adventurers? You said something about sacrifice. What does this sacrifice do?
It empowers my master. And it seems that something about adventurers seems to empower him more. Perhaps it's the way they live their life. Perhaps it's because some are magically gifted or have been affected by magic that somehow gives them strength. But over time, they are the best sacrifices we've learned.
How many of you
Or we could do this
sacrificed?
the other way. Instead of sacrificing you adventurers, we could just go and sacrifice the whole village. We've done that before.
Phaelor's going to have to walk away and collect himself because he's getting too upset that he doesn't want to show it. He's going to pretend that he's kind of pondering options when really he's trying not to Eldritch Blast this dude in the face.
Do I stab him again?
I'll leave that up to you, Karuti.
And she will stab him again. But this time she's going to go for a finger.
Ooh.
And... D4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, darn. 1 and 4?
So 5?
I
Four.
think she's
Are
a
you-
+3, so 4.
Okay, so 4. Is there any certain finger you're aiming for?
Just pinky.
Okay. So you put it down near his pinky and you just slam the blade down. And as it cuts through, you see it hit right near the bone and completely separates the pinky cleanly from his hand. Oh.
We're needing this for you, she says as she takes the finger, blood and all.
Yeah, well, it was the smallest and weakest of my fingers. I guess I can live without that.
We'll start there and build up. Tell us what we want to know.
Well, lucky for me, I have 9 more.
Karuti, go for the one between his legs next.
Ah, I like that. Next one is the one between your legs. I like to chop them in half.
I bet you do. Ask your question. I'm waiting. I don't have all night, obviously.
Neither do we. So we now know that you serve the King in Yellow. We know that he wants to kill us to attain power. And that if we doesn't kill us, he's just going to kill others. How many of you are there? And where is it that you are currently organizing?
As in, how many of us are here, or all together as in the whole world? Or you must clarify your question. That is very vague. I could...
And we're going for the groin.
Oh, please don't play with it yet. I'm still trying to answer his question. I just need clarification.
Give him a moment,
He
Karuti.
stops the blade midway.
How many of there are you here? And then how many are there of you locally? And where locally are you congregating?
Well, here there's only 7 of us currently. 6 if you don't count me, since I'm obviously held so perfectly still and unable to escape. There's 6 of my brothers and sisters. As for locally, have not counted recently, but I'd say we at least number over 50. As for where we are congregating, you can find us within the Silvered Goblet Tavern in the Noble District.
Why aren't you leaving? Why are you being so helpful?
Well, obviously, I'm not leaving because you have me trapped here and manacled. Where would I go? You're obviously blocking the door. That other one went outside. For all I know, she's on the other side of the door waiting to cut my throat. And as for why I'm being so helpful, I was never told to keep my silence. And let's just say this flavors the game a little better. I like a little spice and flavor added to it. It's more
Fantastic.
entertaining.
How many of the nobles of Waterdeep are aiding your cause?
Oh, nobles. Ah. Now, I don't know any of the actual nobles themselves, unless you count their children. We have a few of those that have joined us, misguided though they are. Uh, but we might have one or two.
Do you have anyone associated with the City Watch?
Now, that's a good question. Wouldn't you like to know? Is there
I
someone
do.
you suspect, Phaelor?
No,
Perhaps your boss?
I suspect no one. I'm merely asking questions since you're being so forthcoming.
Since you're so inquisitive and you're so good at this, I'll give you a little riddle. Actually, not so much a riddle. I'll just answer your question with a question. Do you think we'd be able to work so well within the city if we did not?
Not at all.
So that should be your answer.
It is an answer, but it does not answer me.
Fine, if you want to know, is there anyone within the City Watch that is helping us? Yes.
How many?
At the last count, at least 6. There was a 7th, but he's no longer with us.
Hmm. Would that 7th happen to be Virgil?
No, it was not Virgo. The 7th happened to be, well, we killed him. He had second thoughts.
Well, I'm running out of use for you, and I'm not sure why we are staying here much longer. If there are people down in a cave somewhere with a Nothic trying to organize, we have enough information now to be able to make a formal raid upon their establishment. I see no reason to subject ourselves to potential harm, especially when that
And
potential
stab him.
harm would lead to their things, lead to their end goal.
That's the choice
So
you
we
can
can-
make.
What are you getting out of all this?
Oh, I'm just serving my master.
Why?
Why do you serve your god?
Because she teaches me. And gives
Exactly.
me power. But the knowledge I seek is hers to give. What knowledge do you seek from your master?
Will you tell me what knowledge you seek from your god? What secret she has told you?
Well, secrets of the afterlife, secrets of power.
My god is teaching me power. My god is teaching me to unravel various secrets of this realm. The
How
truth
far?
of this realm.
How far has that gotten you?
It's gotten me quite well so far, I'd say.
It's difficult to understand sitting in a chair, bound and...
But I rather like this position I'm in right now.
Why does death mean nothing to you?
I do not fear it. Do you fear it, Myrros?
No.
Then why should I fear it?
I know where I'm going.
Ooh, I know where I'm going as well. I'll just join my master's side.
Will you, though? Has he marked your soul?
That is just the way of things. I have been a good servant. I have been a good champion.
Unfortunately for you, my god's realm is over death. And when you die, you go where she tells you to.
Oh, there are ways around such things.
If you think your master, whatever he is more powerful than a god, then I fear you're mistaken.
Oh, but my master is a god.
Are you talking about the king in yellow?
Talking about my master. If that's the name you want to call him by, then yes.
What name do you call him by?
I just call him my master.
Was this fear? So forthcoming with everything else, but this name you fear to utter?
No, but all I do is I call him my master.
But he has another name that you know.
Oh, he has many.
Enlighten us.
You already know at least one of his names. Have you ever heard of Narlotep?
Have I?
Roll a history or religion.
Say Narlotep.
Yep, Narlotep.
Son of a bitch. That's a 6. So probably not.
Can Phaelor make a check since I'm still in there?
Yeah.
Yes!
Woo! Nice.
That's a 24.
Let's go.
20.
Let's go.
What a turn of events.
Spill
Other than
it.
that,
I
what
know of
did that-
Narlotep.
He knows of everything.
Well, what kind of investigator would I be if I didn't investigate the King in Yellow in our off time since we learned of his existence?
What does Phaelor know about Narlotep?
We're about to find out.
Phaelor, you have, through various cases, there's been times that this name has popped up. You haven't really linked it to the King of Yellow because it's not what he was called at in any of the cases you've read over.
Okay.
But you have read the name Narlotep. He's also known as the Hidden One, the Crawling Chaos. He is a dark elder god. There's even been times that you have heard of warlocks supposedly making a pact with him. But he is, as you know now, also known as the King in Yellow, the Black Pharaoh, the Haunter of the Dark, or also the Faceless Sphinx, are all names you have heard.
Sorry, so the Black Pharaoh, which ones?
The Black Pharaoh, the
Mhm.
Faceless Sphinx,
Okay.
and the Haunter of the Dark.
Sphinx is in like SPHINX.
Yep, as in like the cat.
Yep. And then the last one?
The Haunter of the Dark.
Haunter of the Dark. What do I know about Narlotep as a god?
He is a dark elder god. related to Cthulhu.
Okay.
He is one of the dark outer gods of the dark tapestry. He takes on thousands of different forms. He has, from what you've gathered from other investigations into it, he enjoys manipulating mortals and driving them into madness and causing chaos.
Okay.
And he is usually sent to bring in the rising of the other greater old ones.
Mm.
So usually where his followers come, they have been known to start chaos or sacrifices in hopes of bringing other dark elder things to that area. But he's a shape changer at times.
Yep.
Looks like an old man. At other times, he can be a young, beautiful dancer at a tavern.
All right. What did this one say his name was?
don't think you-
Narlatep.
No, this one.
I don't think he actually ever asked his name.
Ah. What is
Like
your name?
Timon or something.
Oh yeah, Temis. You guys did
Temis.
ask Temis.
Spell it.
Okay.
Temis.
Temis. All right.
That's not how I spelled it.
Right. Myrros, I've done a fair bit of research on Nalatep, and he certainly is an interesting deity. Certainly, you may know him by other names: the Hidden One, the Crawling Chaos, the Black Pharaoh, Faceless Sphinx, Haunter of the Dark. He's an elder deity, and he's typically trying to raise other elder deities, which would make sense for all these sacrifices in trying to do it of ones of power to be able to, one, empower himself, and then two, empower others. I can't believe I didn't put it together. King in Yellow and Nalatep. Oh my. This is true. We are certainly dealing with a powerful force. And then he's going to look at Temis. He goes, Temis, lover of pain. Are you Nalatep?
Am I Narlatep? No.
Do I believe
If
him?
I was, yes, you believe him.
Okay.
But don't worry. He's always close by.
Bet he is. All right. I think we've gotten all that we can out of this one.
Whoa, wait. Check the gnome.
What do you mean check the gnome? We've already checked the gnome.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Fine. Headmaster. Are you Nalatep?
As you are asking Zazu this, Zazu looks at you and is kind of like bewildered that you're asking this.
What can I say? Curry wants an excuse to stabby stab.
God, you are evil, Crudy. You are asking him. Zazu starts to answer. Why would you think I'm? And as he does, Temis, you see, just starts to laugh, and then he bites down hard, and you just hear a crunch. And as you do look at him, you see him start to foam at his mouth. And then Temis dies as foam just starts pouring out of his mouth, and you see this greenish black foam come down his chin.
Crudy, quickly, let's go. I've seen that before. And it's not very unexpected. Not getting anything more out of him.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure.
Okay, good point. So Myrros
Someone got
is
excited.
dead.
What about Temis? Or what about the headmaster?
Zazu is just kind of stuck, dumbfounded, as he is just open mouthed, just staring at Temis.
First,
Did he die?
Yes, and you need to answer my question. Are you Narlatep?
Oh, well, well, I guess you could say I'm not. But I don't even know who that is.
You want me to roll to see if I believe him?
You believe him?
Believe him?
Yeah.
Bummer.
And as you look back at Temis, you see his body starts to change. I just put him on the wrong layer. Oh, or did I put him on the right one? You see his body starts to change, and his face starts to look like it's melting, and what's left is the features of a doppelganger changeling.
Oh. Still dead?
Still dead.
Okay.
He just reverted back to his real form.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
Myrros, can
My
you
shoes.
do something with-
Oh.
Myrros is. He's gonna try a few things. As soon as he notices that he's trying to kill himself, he's going to try and cast Cure Wounds.
It's a little bit late for that. He's already dead.
Okay, then he's going to try and cast Spare the Dying.
Mostly dead or all dead?
Is he dead or zero?
He's
zero
dead.
points? Okay.
Two blade.
Okay.
Had to pick his pockets and look for loose change.
Myrros is going to cast Gentle Repose.
Does that mean he starts speaking Shakespearean?
It means he can't become undead
Oh.
for 10 days.
Noise.
Interesting.
It also extends the amount of time you can use spells to raise them from the dead.
Okay.
But
With necromancy, I know in a lot of universes it's like if you burn them, ashes, can't bring them back. Is that the same thing in D&D, or like how does that work?
if you destroy all traces of a body, then there's no way to bring them back short of a wish or a true resurrection, I believe.
Okay.
But I don't know if I know that for sure in character. But he would know, Myrros would know that if you destroy a body, there's no way you can bring it back from the dead.
The
Okay,
only
that was
way
more
would be
just
bring
a-
it back as undead, but it'd be more like as a ghast or something like that. It wouldn't be as a spirit type creature, not as a body.
Which is why you cast Gentle Repose.
Yeah, gentle repose will stop them from bringing him back as an undead creature for 10 days at least.
Neat. So Phaelor's gonna sit there and kind of look very pensive and just, well, that happened. Listen, Headmaster, I do believe it's obvious that we need to give up this ruse and get everybody cleared out of this school. Obviously, keep clear of the caves, of the basement. If we can lock that, keep the Nothic down there, that would be preferred. That being said, we need to go back to Waterdeep. We need to inform as many people as we can of what has happened here. And in doing so, prevent even any corruption at the City Watch level or noble level from being able to deny what has happened. But we need help. We cannot take on an Elder God on our own. And he says that now to Myrros and Karuti. What happened to Hope?
That away.
She left.
She ran.
He's gonna like open the door. Hope! I'm on here. Hope!
So Hope's gonna crawl out of her little hiding place underneath the table and be like, I'm just keeping watch, make sure nothing came to ambush you.
No, that's fantastic. He offed himself. Hope.
Is there
What
anything
in the
else
world?
that you
But
might...
wait a second, didn't he say there was 2 of them?
He did, but I do believe he was referring to the headmaster. Although, it doesn't hurt to detect magic. Which I can do it well.
Okay, so what's the radius on that again?
30 feet. Sphere. But just to be double sure, he's going to take out his lantern of revealing and kind of hold that up as well.
So when you do sense magic, you definitely do sense some magic in the room. Nothing. It kind of comes like it's you sense it underneath one of the back scroll desks, and when you lift up your lantern, you see that there's a hidden safe there that's been magically hidden. And you also sense some magic coming from the room down here. Some sort of enchantments.
Headmaster,
Magic.
is that your safe?
Yes, that was. I kept money in there. I was going to give to him, and he also took select magical items.
Look, I have a fair amount of confidence that you've been mostly, if not completely, truthful with me now. I don't mean to rob you, but I do need you to open that. Also, I need you to tell me what is in that room there. I'm detecting some type of enchantment from that next room over.
That's where we keep a lot of the items that our students come back with. We do send them out on adventures to gather artifacts and whatnot, and they're stored in there until they come and take them.
I'm going to need you to show me, Headmaster.
No problem. He'll go over and he'll open the safe. Inside, you see what looks to be a couple bags full of gold and platinum.
Mhm.
There's also what seems to be a dagger. The hilt of it is a wolf's head, is on the pummel. Then there's the hilt that's been beautifully carved and wrapped. It's black and red. And then it has a sheath with a design, and it looks like the sheath is designed in such a way that there's a silver inlay, and it looks like the body of a running wolf.
It's a beautiful piece.
Rudy's gonna just like sneak on by, sees a shiny, sharp object, and pick it up without any care in the world. Does anything happen when she picks it up?
Headmaster,
Except
what's
the
in the other
dagger?
room?
Just a dagger?
Is
And
that
she's
what you're
just gonna
picking up?
kind of, yes, the dagger.
As soon as you pick it up, you start to hear a voice in your head. Ooh, I hunger. Are you going to feed me?
I mean, when you ask nicely like that, she's gonna go ahead and just whip it into her where she had the other knife that is now still sticking out of a gooble of mess of a hand, and she's gonna replace it. I'm just gonna be taking. You don't need this. It wants food. You're chilling it in a safe where it's being, kind of sad, and I'm gonna feed it some blood. So I'm gonna take this with me. She's just gonna sneak on out.
Oh,
I will teach you to truly summon me
I will
soon.
please you.
Let me feed. And as this thing talks in your mind, you just get the image of a giant silver and white wolf in your mind.
Is his name Fenrir? Because that'd be cool.
He doesn't have a name as far as you know.
Hello, sir. What is your name?
Perhaps in time I will let you name me. All my masters have. I was quite fond of my last one. Puddles,
What
he
happened?
called me.
could you
What,
puddles?
what was it?
Puddles.
Puddle?
Puddles. He liked how I left puddles everywhere. So he called me Puddles.
What happened to your last master?
Sadly, he died of old age.
I'd like to die in battle. We'll make it fun. And
Ooh,
Sure.
yes. Let me feed, and you will die gloriously in battle if that is what you wish.
yes. Should we be happily stealing this knife here?
Hope's just gonna
Just
look
like
over
that.
at Karuti and be like, "You can have the dagger, but that's gonna come out of your cut of the gold."
That's who. We're still getting the 15.
Headmaster, please, on. I just need to make sure that there's nothing else in here that could cause a serious amount of harm or potentially traps for us as we go here, because I'm going to be,
Like a cursed dagger.
yeah, I'm definitely going to be requesting that the City Watch come back to the school and properly confiscate any of the magical items here so they cannot be used in the service of Narlatep.
Yes. He'll go and he'll unlock the door to the storage area, and you'll see there's just a bunch of chests and crates, and then there's various weapons leaned against the wall. As you kind of look at them, you kind of feel their magical power coming off of them. Some of them. Some are just kind of mundane. Others are very intricate, and you feel powerful magic coming from them.
Ooh, some very powerful items in here. All right, I want to try one more thing. Headmaster, if you would permit, could you please sit in your chair? And he's going to, like, kind of kick the changeling out of his chair.
But he just died there.
Yes, I know, I'm aware. Please, have a seat. I want you to be comfortable.
Can I at least use a different chair?
Sure. Take one of your pick.
He will kick the chair away from him, doesn't even want to touch it with his hands, and he'll grab one of the chairs from one of the scribe desks, pull it over, and he sits down. Okay, I'm sitting at my desk.
Phaelor is going to attempt to cast suggestion on him.
Okay.
So, what kind of save?
It's a wisdom save. DC 14.
I got to figure out what his wisdom is.
Probably not great.
As a swashbuckler, I'm assuming he's probably not the wisest. He likes defense.
It's the wrong roll 20. It's this one. Nope.
Yes! Phaelor is going to look him in the eyes and say, Headmaster, when this is all said and done, the City Watch is going to probably interrogate you and ask you some questions about everything that has happened here. You are going to forget all of the questions and answers you heard from the man in the chair. You're going to forget that you were ever in this room. You were locked in this room with the magical items during everything.
And I definitely did not steal a knife. And
he will just
she
nod
definitely did not steal a knife.
Basically, Phaelor's going to turn to the rest of the group. Listen, everything that we heard here, with regards to Nalatep, with regards to the King in Yellow, we cannot repeat. We cannot repeat outside of our core group, not until we know who we can trust. If we know for certain there are people of the City Watch that are in service of this lord. We know that there are nobles in Waterdeep that are in service of this lord. If we reveal that we know, we are just making everyone involved that much more of a target, including our dear friend Zanzu over here and all these students that would be potentially privy to such information. By feigning ignorance, we'll have the ability to maintain that element of surprise as well as make this seem like it's a standard, solved case of missing persons, where we were able to find Isla and Virgil, and we just happened to come here and we found them, and now we have brought them back. We figured that we should let Waterdeep know about this magical school that have various items that are probably dangerous for newer students of magic, and obviously elder sorcerers that have problems controlling their magic, and it would be best if they be made known to the rest of Waterdeep and have these items conscripted. Are we clear?
After we take 15.
Of course, you're going to get your payment.
So at this point, is Hope caught up on everything that happened while she was hiding under the table?
Probably. You probably at least figured out exactly what happened since.
Great.
I will agree to keep my silence for now, but know that the greatest enemy to shadows is the light.
I agree, Myrros, but I don't believe that the four of us have the strength to take on an Elder God. I'll fill you in more when we have the time, but this Nalatep, also known as many other things, is an extremely powerful deity that we are ill-equipped to handle.
Well, at least know this, that if they're trying to bring him back, then it means that he's not here. And there's a reason that those gods are far away. And that the true gods that govern our lives now have that power.
Well, I'll put my faith in whatever god you wish. I mean, being a Celestial myself, I'm well aware of the power of the gods. It's why it makes me so nervous.
Well, being a Celestial yourself, you should know that the power of the gods that are is greater than those that had been.
Maybe. I think it was released back in the mist. I don't believe it's contained anymore, Myrros. I think that it's loose and it's hungry and it's waiting, it's amassing power. I don't know what to do or how to do it, but we have to reach out to someone for help. Any ideas? Maybe we should just save that conversation for later and get out of the school. It's really giving me the creeps, especially knowing that there's a Nothic downstairs.
Faith.
What's a Nothic?
A Nothic is a horrible one-eyed creature that can get inside your mind and do horrible things to you, ultimately in the pursuit of consuming you whole.
Excellent. Yeah, let's not go down there.
Right.
Faith, Phaelor.
I've got plenty of it.
Faith will guide us through this.
And hope. Hey! All right, but seriously, though.
And Phaelor's going to suggest that we all leave and go back to Waterdeep and kind of fill the City Watch in on the story that they have kind of agreed to, and kind of make it under the guise that the missing persons had been found, and they had been kind of taken to this school under the suggestion of various like recruiting policies of the school, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, you guys will gather at least the money that you were promised. you will start heading out. Zazu will go about promising to warn all the students to leave, and he'll get all the teachers out. And as you guys are leaving, you see the students are starting to exit out the front. You see that the barrier that was hiding the school seems to drop, and now the school is visible to all. You guys will be able to though head back. You'll go back to the watch, and you'll start telling your story. A small raiding party will be formed of the watch, and they'll go and take care of the school. There were some of them that ended up getting injured. No one lost their life, though, stopping the Mythic and what was there. Apparently, there were the Nothic and apparently a few cultists that were hiding down in that basement. And
don't say.
The guards were able to put a stop to them. Some time will pass as you guys go about possibly planning, doing whatever, going about your regular business, always keeping an eye out for the King of Yellow or even rumors about him. You'll find yourselves back at the tavern where it all started. And you guys are having an evening there. And as you do, your meal finally comes to you and your drinks. This is late in the evening. You'll see Zazu will come through the front door, and you'll see him kind of sit down at the counter, and he'll start talking to the bartender. And strangely enough, you'll overhear that he will tell the bartender that he's very happy. He is the headmaster of a school that just opened up in Waterdeep for adventurers. And it seems that based off of all that, them clearing up the tunnels, he believes that he actually is the headmaster of the school now. And he actually opens up a actual real adventure school where in Waterdeep that he runs.
So
and he talks about how he is accepting students.
So there's now a legit adventure school in Waterdeep?
Yep.
Nice.
A legit adventure school that's not hidden. It's in plain view now. For all hopeful adventurers.
But do they have a statue of hope, or is that still
there? You will actually find out that there is an actual statue of hope. He doesn't know why. There's just, as far as he knows, there's a statue of some woman, but you will know that it looks like you and it's based off of you.
As Karuti had been exiting, she whispered in his ear, "You must make a statue of a woman who looks like," and she explains hope. And that's one of the last things she had secretly forced upon him before they left. She won't tell Hope.
But it is still the Waterdeep Academy of Hopeful Adventures.
Awesome. Love it.
Just like, I just feel like it's the center for people who can't adventure good.
I love it.
But they're hopeful.
They're hopeful. Really hopeful. It's like the island of misfit toys.
Is this a school for ants?
That is where we will end the session.
Let's go. GG's, man. That was cool.
That was fun.
I
got a stabby. And I have a new Wolfie dagger.
You have
I have an
Yeah.
elven cloak.
I'm pretty sure that's cursed.
I've got a monocle that gives me amazing stats.
Yeah, maybe you'll get a promotion now.
I hope so.
I mean, you
Senior
essentially like
investigator.
made the school.
Are
right?
we tracking gold? I don't know if I am.
I don't know if we are either.
You guys can track gold.
But anyway,
I don't even know if I wrote anything down from last
for those
time,
of you
so
that are
it was a
hanging out
one-shot.
with this live, thank you so very much. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and make sure you turn on notifications. That way you can hang out with us every Monday while we're live with our campaign Rime of the Frost Maiden and any other subsequent one-shots that we do in this universe, because I have a feeling that there might be more. I don't know. I just have a feeling. I have a feeling that there's going to be more of this. It's just, I don't know. It's a little thing. Well, my mini hunch.
The forces of Narlatep must be countered.
They must be. But we'll see how that goes in the future. Thank you guys for coming to visit Dungeon Nytes. And otherwise, you can catch our Saturday campaigns on twitch.tv/nighttide, as also in VOD form on the YouTube channel. So thank you all for being here. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. So you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening. We love your faces. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Good night.